All right, we're live. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Now we're getting mushroom stems right now. It's kind of a lot more boring than than I thought it would be. But we are doing this. We gotta collect. Sometimes gathering materials for your mega base isn't always glamorous. We're here. We're here doing it. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I need, what is it, 4.5 shulker boxes of the break the stems. I have to break the stuff around it. So I wish. Hey, good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Baron. Wish it would just regrow without having to do this. This is not the way. The world here. So. Get stems. How have you guys been? I have been enjoying my so far. It is getting hot. Very hot. Sadly, summer. Winter's over. The snowbirds are leaving. And the weather is getting very hard. Very hard to being outside. Not fun. Very humid. Very hot. Can't do it for too long. I think I'd rather be hot than cold, but that's just me. Some people think differently. During the summer, it's not hard to wish you just put a jacket on and enjoy the cool weather. Guess there's a way to color, which would be easier for me to understand if I didn't have to read. We repeat this ad days. If you haven't seen, I came to this because a giant used to be a mushroom island. But if we go over here, you can see that every single stem from these mushrooms has been removed. And now it is just a floating island of just mushroom heads. Oh, let me get in on the Discord. Since I think, oh, Ryan's already here. He's just muted. Deafened. He'll probably be back in a second. But every single one of these mushroom stems has been removed. It still wasn't enough. Still was not enough for my needs. I was kind of thinking of like, is there other islands I could just fly to and then raise them? But I don't know. I think this is probably the constantly trying to move all these red mushrooms might be easier than the brown. I was doing the brown, but these tend to grow a little bit shorter. Usually they were within like a reach of without about using something to kind of get on. No. Here my mushroom. Seen like devices you can build, but seem a little complicated. But maybe in the end it was worth. It might have been worth more the trouble to build them than to do this. I'm not sure how long this will take. Hey, Alpha Sloth, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's see here. Let me get my thing back up. My propers. I've already gotten 2 full. That's mushroom. 2 full shulker boxes. This and I hate to throw stuff at. Okay. We'll continue breaking these things down. We do it. When some of the stuff grows that it kind of stops the
Oh, there we go. Hey, I did simulation right here. You're not recording right now, are you? Or you're on live?
Oh, sorry. I'm in the wrong channel.
No, wait, before you go. Am I like extremely quiet? Or am I
Yes, you are extremely quiet. I can barely hear you.
Dang it. I can't turn this up without screwing up everything.
Yeah, Brian's whispering at us.
I'm gonna move. Should I move over to the live recording?
It's up to you. At this point, I'm just trying to find a way to boost the Discord volume for this. On my system, it's gonna screw up everything.
Do you have the right things under, or the right sound?
Everything else is maxed in Discord. I'm hoping there's some kind of gain mod I can add to this.
I mean, do you have the right device under your
Yeah, oh no, everything's right. It's just the way I have this set up, because my mic kept clipping on OBS, that I have to set it kind of low on the Windows system, which is what this is picking up. So I need to find some kind of gain I can put into the channel. But I don't think there's a mod for Discord.
Yeah.
Alternatively, I just have everything else I do sound horrible. I don't want to do that if I don't have to.
Hello, Dante. Hello, Zach. Good to see you. Need 7 million mushroom stocks to create a portal to another dimension. Yeah. Exactly. Need 7 million mushroom stocks. Because for some reason I decided that texture was exactly what I wanted, so. Oh. Now they're assaulting. Get payback. Use it. Because I have one axe that just breaks the blocks. There. Actually. Discord. Super quiet.
Hey Dave, how you been?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Awesome.
Been so busy. Been so busy. Replying still to Twitter, but like life's been good, so.
That's awesome. Always good when life is.
Yeah. Can't complain, really. Can't say much about the other guys on Twitter, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah, my life's pretty good.
Well, if you ever want to feel good about your life, you can always go to Twitter. That's.
Yeah. Yeah. At least I'm not that guy. Yeah.
Plenty of unhappy people.
God, man. I'm so happy I don't make I don't have my sole source of income in all this shit.
Mhm.
I just, everything here is just entertainment. Um, Everything here is because I'm interested in the topic, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't need to make money off this place, which is great.
What are you, some kind of communist?
Mm.
Yeah, I get my paycheck from the government, you know?
He hacks. He hacks other people's computers.
Yeah,
Sells
that would actually be a good job. That would actually be a fun job. That'd actually be a fun job, like an actual like pen tester.
Penta. Oh, that's what they do.
So yeah, so you have like, yeah, you have two, yeah, penetration tester. You have two types of
Oh.
hackers, right? The white hats and the black hats. So black hats are, well, they're gray hats, but we can, that's kind of an exception. But the black hats are the, the offensive guys, the guys that actually want to, you know, get, break into systems and actually do harm to people,
Yeah.
or get something valuable and get ransom for money.
Ransomware.
Whereas yeah, and white hats are like, they're on the offensive, but then they're on the offensive so they can give you a review of your system. So they're testing the vulnerabilities, looking for holes, as a service. So that's actually a real career, and that's actually that's a really exciting job, because you get to like, you're actually hacking, like systems of big important companies, and you're getting paid to do it, and it's all legitimate, and you learn about their stack, and you learn about everything they do. You learn about all the stuff they're doing. So, yeah.
Hey, is it just me or is Dante clipping?
I'm clipping?
Dante's a little loud, but
No, not loud, but actually actual audio clipping, like he's peaking. Is it, or is that just my headset?
I don't know. I haven't really noticed. I can hear him. I can't say something again, Dante.
Hello, hello, hello.
I mean,
Hello.
Maybe it is just.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I have a gate set up.
Ryan's a little soft on my side. Ryan's rather soft on my side. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Ryan's soft on everyone's side.
Oh,
Yeah. Ryan.
I mean, not like that. But, you know.
Oh, that's.
I can't. I wish I could hear his retort right now, but it's hard to banter when I can barely hear him.
Yeah, I can't.
All right, this
I
is
can't-
probably
yeah.
better, but it's going to be loud as hell.
Hey, I can hear him.
Oh,
Hey,
this
man.
is gonna horrible. Yeah, I was like, what would I ever do to you, man? Thought we were friends.
Always the ones you love. Hey, you're
I
sounding,
guess I just crank it down on this end, and that way it'll be good for the stream.
so
Oh,
what?
guys, I know the stream is like completely black screened right now, but you can hear the mic, right? But that's just because the game is starting.
So what was there a problem on the post audio?
No,
side
it's not. It's not.
before?
Well, because I was noticing that stream you and I did, were
Mhm.
recording it. My audio was clipping like hell on that, and I was like, "That's horrible."
Hmm.
I felt so bad for exposing you to that, and so
I think that might be more my settings than yours, though.
no, because I was hearing it on a couple red mornings I was doing too.
Oh,
Why is anybody
okay.
listening to this?
Huh.
So I eventually had to turn the preamp down like a lot, and then just use gain and some EQ settings in OBS. But then you can't hear me talk about here, so now I got to crank it up again and blast your guys' eardrums.
Can't have it both ways, huh?
Whatever happened to Dante's Butt Club in the Discord? It's not there anymore.
It's not for me anymore, man. I don't like reading your shit.
Let me send my fuel report. Send my fuel report. over.
I don't know. Like, it's not for me anymore. I'll just put it that way. Not for
Aw.
me anymore.
You're not getting anything out of it.
Discord anymore. It's mean.
You're not getting anything out of it. It's why bother?
Alright, now I gotta go fiddle with audio settings while this son of a thing loads. Alright, 4 to 1.
Hard, man. That's ever since Windows 11 decided to
Yeah, dude.
Install
I
itself.
set it
yeah.
perfectly, and now everything is ruined. Everything.
Mhm.
Let's turn down the thing.
I'm sure in the near future it'll become like Windows will just become a malicious AI. Here, you want this, right?
They already want me taking the vaccine. I'm just saying.
Yeah. This forces you to open Office.
Switch to Mac OS.
Teams. Teams.
Hey, could I please never have to use any good software again? Thank you. Except for Photoshop, and Adobe After
Garage.
Effects. Thanks.
Yeah, get GarageBand on there. Make some music.
Yeah. You can always just use Linux. Linux is great. If
Yeah.
you need anything done, just program it from scratch.
Just do it yourself.
No, it's not my allergy, Zach. It's actually not bad. It's just like I said, I had the mic settings perfectly. Now I want to banter with these guys. So I have to turn it up.
I mean, banter is more important than, stream quality.
Yeah.
So.
Just sitting at the office getting some work done. I want to hear my eardrums blown out by some dude ranting about his Twitter account.
And
There we go.
Yeah. You're
There,
talking
guys, you got a good shot. This is where we're
vasectomies.
at so far. It's starting to get all hive citied. It's just the first level. I still have to add like the accoutrements afterwards, so we'll see how it goes. And then I figure I got a whole playground in here. I'm gonna start adding some Easter eggs. Paul's got me inspired with his 3 R's bibliotech. So I'm going that route.
The lore will be
I noticed that both the Cooper brothers. There's a second Cooper. It's news to me.
like some Billy shit.
Like, kind of like Tweedledum and Tweedledee from Alice in Wonderland. That'd be funny.
Jeez, you guys.
An alter ego. One says chase excellence, not women, and the other one says chase women, not excellence. I'd like to meet that guy.
Wouldn't you? Though? Wouldn't you? All right, double compressor. I guess this is good. Oh, actually, you know what? I gotta mute the desktop audio. I gotta listen to the thing here. This is the worst stream I have ever done. I swear to God.
Even worse
As
than
opposed to the other one?
As hell, and it sounds
the allergy stream too. Worse than that.
Yeah, I gotta turn this down. It's gonna get quieter, but that's okay.
Right on.
No,
Can you guys still
no
hear me
worries.
well enough, or?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's fine.
I can put
Yeah.
put you up in Discord as well.
Oh yeah, we can do
Oh,
that.
dude,
I forgot
you
about
got me
that.
on like 10% volume on Discord. You son of a.
I had you on 110.
Oh, help me, help you.
Help me
Help me,
help you.
No, I
Hive
guess we
City.
can actually, maybe I'll record some clip footage stuff for this. So Dave, are you over in your big turtle?
No,
F off turtle.
I'm on a remote mushroom island
Oh.
harvesting
that's
mushroom
right.
stems.
You need to find mushrooms because you've decided, hey, this horrible block that's hard to get. This is what I'm going to use.
Exactly. What I want. I can't compromise on. Zero compromise.
Like you said, just leave the holes to you, and I will.
All right. Giant holes. I'll
Out
fill
of
them.
context, Minecraft.
I'll fill them. Someone's got to do it. I
Yep.
got the equipment, for those giant holes.
Someone's got to jump in the grenade. Am I right?
Hey-o. That's the other channel, sir. We don't talk about slump busters here.
Oh, who said I was talking about slump busters, Ryan? Get your mind out of the gutter, sir.
This purity spiral is just out of control. Out of control.
Exactly. We talk about our legacies here and
Yeah.
how big our funeral is going to be.
You know what makes you a high value man, Ryan? Having kids. That's what makes you a high value man.
Oh, I mean, for the guys, for the girls, it's about having a good career, but whatever.
Yeah,
What do I
yeah,
know?
yeah. Oh man.
Makes me a high value man, so I don't have to ask my boss what I'm allowed to tweet first.
Ooh, shots fired.
Whatever. I don't know. Misha's kind of teaching me something, which I realized for a lot of like I've noticed people take his bait entirely too easy, and I'm starting to realize that a lot of guys they just have nothing to talk about online at all, and so they need somebody to be like mad at them.
Right.
Because yeah, like what did he do? He did one Islamic post against Nafiz, the copywriter, and all of a sudden his profile changed. His newsletter is out. He's offered a coupon code for some Be Your Best Self course or something. I'm like, dude, if all it takes is like some very small tier, Chat of Arabia account to all of a sudden kick your marketing campaign into overdrive, maybe there's something else that could be worked on here. Some ideas that could be developed.
Maybe. Just a suggestion, you know?
There's a ton of content that is literally just reaction content.
Yeah, which I wouldn't mind if it was entertaining, but a lot of the times
No.
it's just, can you even? I can't even.
Or it's like they're watching a video that's like kind of remotely popular. Like Asmon, like he seems like a good enough guy, but like I stopped watching his channel because like 90% of his content is him reacting to a video and saying, "Oh yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that seems right." And like it's like he just picks popular videos and does that like for 90% of his content, which I can like super efficient. I can definitely say if you wanted to like maximize YouTube, definitely I can respect that part of it. But man, it's
So he watches TV for a living, so you don't have to.
exactly.
Fair.
Damn.
And like the other,
I mean, I figured that one of the things I'd like to outsource to some East Indian guy is watching TV. Yeah, that's a great thing to outsource for sure.
Hey, I wanna insource you, Dante. Can I do that?
My rates are high, dude. My rates are high.
Damn.
No, they're not.
Yeah, you can't afford me. You can't afford me.
I don't know. I'm in sales. I make a lot of sales.
is he higher than Febreze?
Mm.
No,
Unfortunately, he's probably got to be. I pay him in Febreze, so it's a case of Febreze a month. Oh, good lord!
Do any of you remember that Cartoon Network show, Dexter's Laboratory?
Yeah.
Remotely, yeah.
Well, there was an episode in there where Dexter didn't have the time to watch TV, but he wanted to basically what Ryan did on his office job, that he just watched the clips of everything so he could do some water boiler talk.
Oh, my sports ball technique.
Yeah, and he made a machine, put it on his head so he could download directly into his brain all the TV shows. Kind of reminds me of that, when instead of hiring somebody, make a device, plug it into your brain, download all the episodes. Yeah.
Oh, dude, we're getting there. They're gonna start putting these chips in our brains. We're gonna be downloading everything.
Yeah, isn't anyone heard anything of Elon Musk's project with the brain disk or whatever it was called?
Neuralink.
Yeah,
Busy
Neuralink.
watching him show off his kids and then his armed security, but God, I picked such a weird hill to die on, by the way.
I swear, I can't. It's hard for me to look at Elon without thinking of that picture of him with his shirt off. Like, he has like the torso of like an alien. It's like looks like it's a barrel with like little sticks for legs. It's so funny.
Oh, his
So pale white.
1950s Alice in Wonderland Tweedledee Tweedledum build.
Yeah, pretty much. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, hey,
he-
Jordan. Yeah, we got Marty, we got Dante, we got Dave. Mish, I think, is busy right now dooning it up in the desert, so he won't be here until, I don't know, after.
Yeah.
I don't know all the religious holidays.
Long trip with camels.
Yeah,
Ramadan over yet?
I don't even know.
Yeah,
I think
so
it was.
It's over. It's over. It's over.
End
It's
of
over.
April.
Ramadan.
Between the Catholics, the Jewish, and the Islams, there's like so many holidays I'll just never understand. Like, I'm
You're
still
smart,
weirded out when
Ryan.
I saw it. Like, Dave, is it a girl thing or is it a guy thing or is it just like a hardcore thing?
Hmm?
I saw a girl on Ash Wednesday, and she had like the ash dot on her
Mhm.
head or a cross or something
Yeah.
like that. Is that like a regular thing, or is that like
That's a
pretty
regular
hardcore?
thing.
Wait for Ash
That's a
Wednesday.
regular thing.
Yeah, if you go to
Yeah.
mass, you get the ashes on your forehead.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a-
went to work.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
If they go
You
in
Yeah,
the
you
don't
keep
morning.
it
wash your
on.
forehead. Don't
No,
wash your
no, you
forehead
don't.
for a
You
month.
don't. You keep it on. You keep it on. It's like
Oh.
yeah.
Research
I don't
your
know
dominance.
exactly why you keep it on.
I don't think there's any Catholics on the West Coast then, because the first time I had seen it, I was like 37 years old working in Toronto, and then the receptionist was wearing it. I'm like, what the heck? Because
Mhm.
you don't know
Hey,
about
ma'am.
Ash. And then she was looking at me like I'm stupid. You don't know about Ash Wednesday? I'm like, no.
Ma'am,
No,
you
I do
got something
not.
on your head.
Yeah.
I remember getting it as a kid when going to mass because we had to for the communion. When we before the communion we had to do all the rites. But the first thing I did when I came home was wash that shit off. I was like, fuck that! I'm not gonna wake up with ash all over my pillow and the rest of my face as well. Fuck that shit.
Here's a Catholic tip. If you're banging a Catholic broad and she hasn't washed her forehead in 2 weeks, don't smell of her.
Jeez. I mean, I wanted it to be wholesome, but I mean, we don't get what we want, I guess.
Oh, you,
Mm.
what are you talking? You wanted this live
we-
stream to be
we-
wholesome?
Oh, it's a joke. I've come to expect that, like, if I'm not swearing or cussing or being edgy, it's like, no, channel's not going to take off.
Wah, wah.
I
Fair.
have to lean into my
Fair.
inner circumcision conversation. Your inner
What?
vasectomy.
What?
I was like circumcision. What?
Wait, you guys haven't followed? Oh, I know you follow. Dante, you haven't followed that?
I saw
Catholics- So
Rolo
Catholics.
decided to get the Daily Wire and the Blaze all livid over him,
that was
Oh.
amazing.
and nobody caught on to it too. I laughed as hell as soon as I saw it. It's just all he did is took all those egg freezing articles that everybody cheerleads on, and he just swapped the genders around.
Yep.
High value man get a vasectomy, and then all the Daily Wire types and Blaze are losing their mind, and he's like, "Hey, aren't all you ladies basically doing this anyway?"
Whoa.
Well,
Career.
those guys don't need to have a vasectomy. They're not having kids. I mean, they do, but like, you know,
Matt Walsh needs.
most of the
chin.
people-
That's the only surgery he needs.
most people listening to
Oh.
them don't need a vasectomy. They're not gonna knock somebody up by accident. They're not gonna knock somebody up by accident.
Well,
They don't have anybody to knock up.
I don't know. I don't really have like a strong opinion about this. I thought like wearing condoms should be a no-brainer for a guy in his early 20s who doesn't want to get locked down. But
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
at the
Yeah.
same time, I got merch and books, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Dante, you clearly never have drunk a 3 up to a 7. So when that happens, you don't
Come
care.
again.
You have never drank yourself a 3 up to a 7.
What does that mean?
I think he's talking about beer goggles
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
in like a
Beer
weird
goggle.
Dutch roundabout way.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not really.
No, I got it, Sonny. I agree.
No, it's fine. It's like when I speak French, everybody knows the words, but the way I put them together, they're like, "Why would you say it that way?" I get it.
Sounds completely
Well-
normal to me.
well, fortunately for me, I only date 1s and 2s, so I'm never gonna have that problem.
You're taking the red lanterns.
Is that like the Green Lantern reference?
No. A red lantern is mostly often referred to in bicycle circuits. The red lantern is the last guy of the entire group.
Oh.
You
this
and your
my girl
obscure
just bought
references,
herself a brand
man.
new carbon fiber bike. I should know these references by now.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm
Big.
learning something.
You'll never make
Yeah,
it to
I don't
the
know. Don't buy a
20K.
nice bike if you can though, because everybody starts to freak out. Now it's like now you have to worry about theft.
Uh-oh. Gotta like take the front wheel off or something, or just bring it in your house?
She has it in the house right now, but she just got off the phone with insurance to make sure that like it's covered. We have access controls to the bike storage in our building, so you'd have to have like a fob to get in and stuff. And even then, she's still like,
When I first heard about that shit, I was like, people are stealing bikes. And then I looked up how much a bike, like a proper like racing
Yeah.
bike or whatever
Yeah.
costs. It's like, oh, I understand.
You get it
I understand.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, but especially in the beginning, I don't know if any of you guys ever watched Paris-Roubaix.
No.
It's,
Nope.
it's mostly known for its cobblestone roads. Like most of the trajectory is cobblestone, and a couple of the guys with their carbon bikes, the steering wheel just broke, and they're
Wow.
holding the steer up in the air, cycling and crashing into the fields because of it. Funny.
Jeez.
Wait, so
That
it
sucks.
can't handle the impact of the cobblestone?
Most of them do, but you know, it's shit that happens. Sometimes it's a little tear that's already there, and because of the cobblestone, the constant heavy vibration, it simply makes it worse until it breaks.
I see. So if the carbon fiber has any sort of flaw in it, then it will eventually break.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like with like rods and stuff, at least.
but that was
Fishing
mostly
rods.
yeah, but it was also one of the like the earliest ones.
Nah.
So the first generation, let's say, when it happened, so everything was still pretty new back then. Might be less so now. So yeah.
I don't know. I'm fine with biking being slightly harder, so I'm sticking with my old aluminum.
But
Oh
old
man,
aluminum.
you should have tried the metal ones. I had a
Aluminum's
metal one from my grandfather.
Like
aluminum's a
steel?
type of metal.
Downstairs, not on the at the handlebar, but on the frame itself.
When you say metal, do you mean steel or do you mean metal? Because aluminum
Steel.
is metal. Oh, okay.
Steel.
Yeah, I don't know. I would. I had one of those as a kid, but to be fair, it's just the bike that I got, and it's been great. Dude, the guy who was fixing it up too, because I'm finally getting back on it after the accident. He goes, "Yeah, it was weird. Your bike's got a whole bunch of like random things just completely out of whack." I'm like, "Yeah, I was hit by a car." He goes, "Oh, that explains the giant chunk taken out of this piece." I was like, "Yep." Showed him the fingers. He goes, "Yeah, that'll do it." Like, there's a part, you know, the tape you put around the handlebars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the tape that I have around the handlebar of the one bike literally matches the scars on my fingers from where the fingers got severed.
Wow.
So I actually still have
Wow.
the tape there as like a party trick now. It's like, what happened there? Oh, look. It's like they
Yeesh.
line up and you can open the secret door.
Oh God.
Made just for me.
Yeah,
A
I don't know.
biometric
At least
lock.
Toronto's good though. I'm not having any PTSD because it looks like the bike lanes are good at keeping you off the road.
Oh, good. Nobody like driving into
Are
the
bike
lane.
lanes? Are bike lanes respected in Canada? I'm curious.
Depends.
Depends on the place, the city.
Yeah, Montreal, there's stories every day of like some, and it's always whenever somebody hits them in Montreal, it's never that like the driver or the bicyclist was being unsafe. It's that the driver wanted to save a second off their commute
Mhm.
and forgot they had a U-Haul trailer back, so they suck a cyclist underneath it
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
while in a tunnel where you shouldn't be passing anyway.
Oh
Well,
fuck.
Now you
Yeah.
know why people don't like the French. Whether it's
Oh.
Canada or actual France, it remains the same. They're horrible drivers.
Dude, Quebec is like France with redneck. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
S'il vous
No,
plaît,
I
yeehaw!
honestly, every bit West Coaster, we thought, oh wow, Quebec is like the Paris of Canada. It's great. And then I got there, I'm like, what a bunch of hicks. Campagnasti. You know? Their French is like quacking like a duck.
Quack, quack. Like Louisiana.
There's like
Missing some front teeth.
Chinese immigrants that try to have Parisian accents, but it sounds like you guys know what that generic African accent sounds like, right? Now,
Yeah, let's
that person trying to pretend to be French. That's what that accent sounds. It's just the weirdest.
Do you
thing
know
ever.
the way? Do you know the way?
Yeah. Je ne suis pas de way. Yeah, exactly. It's
Oh man.
the place is just dysfunctional on a level. Like it works for them, but it doesn't work for me. And the racism is amazing.
And you
used to
stayed
live
in
in a-
Quebec for a while?
4 or 5 years, I think.
Wow.
But yeah, there was this part we used to live in. Part of town was called La Salle. It was right beside the main transit station and this place called Angrignon Park, which is the central park of Montreal. It was famous because some serial killer killed his gay lover there and then sent the body parts to the political party leaders. There's a Netflix special about it. It's crazy. Our neighbor was one of his boyfriends. It was the coolest thing.
Oh.
Those
it's kind of
gays.
tragic for him, but cool for me. And where was I going with the story? Oh yeah, so it was like an Italian community, but a lot of I can't remember which colony it was. It was one of the African colonies that knew French. They were trying to get them down here, and then a lot of the Chinese are moving into Canada now, and that was the next market for them to overtake. And so you have these three groups of immigrants, and we kind of lived in the middle, and our neighbors on either side were all racist in like this weird love triangle. But it was great because we weren't like them. They were perfectly comfortable being openly racist with us, and it was the weirdest thing.
So they
It
were
was like-
racist to you. So they were
Well,
racist to
no.
you, but they were
The-
civil.
Well, the Italian ones were racist against the Chinese. The Chinese ones were racist against the African ones, and the African ones were racist against the Italians. And because we were the neighbor,
Mhm.
every
Oh.
single one of them would do it to us about the other
Oh.
one.
Yeah.
Because they were like,
You're
I'm
just-
comfortable around this one.
You're just in the middle, kind of just nodding your head like real awkwardly, like,
Yeah.
yeah, hate them. That's right.
Yeah, basically.
Burn in hell. Yeah, that's right.
Well, the reality
I'm
is,
not joking, man. It's like it's a whole different world over there. Once you get there, you're like, I kind of understand separation now.
Apartheid.
12, maybe not quite that far, but sure.
You
Overall
can.
separation.
They solved this in Singapore by forcing them to be next to each other. So the way they, so it was a
Oh, so adversity
dictatorship
was
for.
their strength in Singapore?
It was like this. So if they were gonna build a new apartment complex, you had a quota for how many Muslims you had, for how many like Chinese you had, and the placement of the tenants had to be alternate. So the Chinese and the Muslims and the
So they
Yeah,
had like
they'd be
racial
alternate.
quotas in Singapore.
yeah. Well,
That's
for the no for
Hey,
the
Dave,
for
are we
the you
ruining
know
your stream with these topics, by the way. I thought I could ask.
for
No,
the
that's
living
all right.
arrangements, you know, for the living arrangements, and they force them to be together. It's
So-
kind of like how
Oh, I know exactly
kind of-
what it's kind of like.
well, no, I mean it's kind of like when you're in grade school, they'd force you to be boy girl when you sit. I don't
Do
know.
you know what they? Do
That's-
you know what they forced me to do in elementary school?
Oh,
They forced
no.
me
What?
to sit beside all the East Indian kids because they thought I was East Indian, and I
Oh,
couldn't
okay.
understand why.
Oh, generic race, Ryan. Love you.
Yeah. And I got sent into detention because one time I'm like, what the hell? Why do you guys keep doing this? And they're like, how dare you swear? Get to the principals. I remember this. I was like grade 2, Mrs. Bluen, and I never forgot that.
Goodness.
And then
I'm
next year I
what?
had Mr. Galvin, and he was the greatest. He was a naval vet. He actually sent me a submarine book once he found I joined the Navy. Horribly abusive by today's standards, but he's probably the best teacher I ever had.
oh yeah, I guess that's every male
Cool.
teacher. Good male
Yeah.
teacher by today's stage.
No, that's pretty much the same as like you and your brother or whatever are fighting. So like as punishment, they make you like when you're like furious at each other, they make you like hold each other, like hug.
Right,
hug for 5
exactly.
minutes.
Mm,
Exactly. God damn it, you're
Ah.
gonna be, you're both gonna behave. You're both gonna like each other at the end of this. That's basically the arrangement, and I think it worked for the most part.
Jeez, I didn't
Um,
realize your guys' school were so friendly towards LGBTQ. Ours
mm,
didn't play that.
yeah.
Ours
They
sent us
enforced
home.
it.
Let your parents deal with this. And then we just fight at home. All right.
And
so
we
what
had
am I
this
gonna-
teacher. We had a few male teachers. They were all pretty hard asses, that was nice. But I had one. It was like I was a junior, or senior, and he was like I guess the facial hair police. Like you go to him first period, and like one day, he made me shave, and he gave me like this freaking cheapest like big razor and some shaving cream. So I like come back to class like all like red faced and like cut up. It's
Mhm.
like shit.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, messed up.
They didn't let you grow beards.
No, they wouldn't back then. I don't know. That was back in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Damn, that's like a military thing. Get in there and shave this. I
That's
don't
it.
care if your skin isn't prepared. You're gonna be hacked to crap. You will show up clean shaven, sir.
Yeah. And it's so funny. He was like some kind of like coach or assistant coach. So he would walk around to like the first thing in the morning, like the football players would have like an injury or something, or a sprained ankle or wrist or something. Well, he'd
Yeah.
he'd go to their class with a 5-gallon bucket full of ice water, and he'd like make them put their foot in it. So they're like sitting in class,
Oh damn.
in agony and pain with their foot in a bucket of ice for like 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Dang.
That's
Yeah.
that's something else, man.
Yeah, they were really invested in you back in the day. That's awesome.
Just so. They'll
Thanks.
take
Like, it
care of all
sounds like
these
abuse.
white
Like, I'm
boys.
with you, Marty. You know, how, like, it sounds like you're being abused, but at the time you were like, oh, it's just the way things were.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. No, it wasn't nothing abusive. It was just, whatever. It was life.
Like,
Yep.
it's not like it was done in good fun, because it wasn't. But yeah, it's like,
I mean, it happened.
Marty,
It
did you have
happened,
the
right?
punishment where you had to sit on a very thin rail with your knees?
What?
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 Yeah, there was this punishment that you had a very fine, thin rail, and you had to sit on it with your knees.
Ah.
Dude, I couldn't
No.
even handle those orthopedic chairs that they make you sit on that are supposed to be better for your back.
I've heard.
It's got some weird stuff.
I've heard
No, it was a
public
corporal
schools.
punishment from the nuns.
Oh, nuns.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Ah, the old prayer punishment.
I've heard public schools here dole out the punishment where you're made to kneel and salt. Yeah,
Elon.
for like out.
Wow.
Yeah, for hours.
Right.
Hey.
No cuts, no bleeding or cuts or anything. Like that would be that's
okay
cruel.
then. Thanks.
Yeah, but you're kneeling in salt for maybe an hour.
Hey,
Ah.
like coarse.
Yeah,
salt?
coarse salt.
Well, it's
Yeah.
definitely not kosher salt. It is
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not.
You gotta make sure.
Yeah.
We don't do that stuff here. Get out of here.
Heck no.
Oh, here you go, son. Kneel on this bed
Yes.
and nails. That'll teach you.
Well, I guess I bow to you guys. The worst we had was that Mr. Galvin guy I was talking about. He used to have this giant aluminum tinfoil box that you'd stand in the front of the class.
Mhm.
And at the beginning of the day, you had to say something nice about the person in the box. And it was such like. But the thing is, if nobody liked you, they would just say he's nice.
Yeah.
And you'd always get, oh, he's great for this, he's great for that. And then the one nerdy kid that was already getting bullied, and everybody was like 50 people, like, yeah, he's nice. You're like, oh, that's so hard.
Oh god.
Oh, poor guy.
It's like when a girl gets together with an ugly guy and then she's telling her friends about the guy and then they ask, well, how is he good looking? And then he's like, he's nice.
Oh, there's an example of that. There was the guy who went on Twitter and it's like, hey, my wife may not be a looker, but she's a great
I
mother for my
love
kids."
that. I love it. Guys bragging about how good looking their wife is. Well, mine's a great mother. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
And then you just go through the quote tweets and it's 500 people. It's like, dude, delete this. No. God, no. Even the wife had to get on and calm them down. She's like, it's okay, guys. I know what he meant. It's okay.
hey, that's
That's a good wife.
That's a wife that's accepted,
that.
accepted her
that-
lot in life.
Is that dread
for
right
her.
there? It's like, look,
Oh, I was like, I'm going to give you crap privately, but we're not going to deal with this on the internet. That's the good part.
that's
She
a
listened to
keeper.
my tweets about don't air your public dirty laundry for the internet to consume.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Name the husband didn't. You didn't get the memo.
dude, you guys are killing my creativity with these funny bands.
Oh.
I'm sitting here trying to like architect this great hive city, and now all I can think of is Catholic punishments.
Hey, that works for the grim dark city. You gotta have someone kneeling in salt.
Ooh,
That fit in 40K.
works for me.
Some weird.
Oh yeah, 40.
ultra
Isn't that the whole
religious
thing of
punishment.
it though? Is like where they take every Roman, Catholic, like heavy metal zombie and they just throw it all
Mm,
together. And it's
exactly.
Like,
Like high
And they
gothic,
turn it up to 20. Yeah.
What if the
I
Romans
Gothic.
were Gothic?
post-apocalyptic, like cybernetic type of
Ancient Egypt.
thing. Yeah.
Cybernetics.
Well, with the sort of like religious fervor type of stuff.
And then the
And,
orcs, which for some reason are like campy mushroom people.
Yeah, they're fungus. They're like British soccer hooligans. That just throw stuff together.
Yeah, I never quite
Oh.
got the whole Warhammer thing. I thought it was like extremely overly edgy until I started seeing the orc stuff. I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, some of it is kind of is like supposed to be like grim dark, very desolate. But yeah, they also
Yeah,
have like
but
the
not
orcs
to
in
be
there.
taken super serious.
Exactly. Supposed to be enjoyed. Now, anything you take too seriously kind of ruins it.
Oh, speaking of which, actually, this is for you and for the chat. Oh, I got to put the recording back on. Rolo and Masculine Geek are having me on their D&D thing.
Yeah.
Starting next
Ooh.
week. I've never, like, last I played Dungeons and Dragons, I was like 14,
Mhm.
and I was the dungeon master, so I've never actually played.
Wow.
And as a joke, I'm like, I'm gonna be a half-orc, lawful evil bard, and everybody started panicking in that. Now I don't know what to do.
No.
Now they're calling me on it, and I'm like, I don't want to be a half-orc bard. What's playing music gonna do?
Yeah.
So if you guys have any ideas, I'm all ears. Cause I'm out.
I always played dwarfs whenever I played. Oh, actually, I had a neutral good human called Honest Goodly that was just tried to scam people out of he was a priest. He just tried to scam people out of everything.
Honest Goodly, dude, that's the greatest name I've ever heard.
Is he-
Honest Goodly.
Is he selling indulgences? What
Yeah,
what is this?
exactly. Exactly.
Oh, okay, there we go. Us Catholics know the thing. Yeah, yeah.
It's supposed to be-
Catholic recognizes Catholic
that-
for sure.
or
If
like
you
you know
there we
remember,
go.
you have to seduce
your
every
typical
opponent you-
Baptist mega church type of guy. It's like, yeah, Jesus wants you to be successful. Jesus wants you to be rich.
I mean, he
As
does.
a
If he
masculine
didn't, he
geek, I
wouldn't
have
have
never
told you
heard
to
of
stop buying Bud Light.
D&D.
I mean, I don't even care. It's not about the D&D for me. It's just like the group of guys getting together and having fun.
Well,
and
that's
a little bit of entertainment. So
Exactly. That's what the fun of D&D is. Like just having ridiculous characters trying to make each other laugh.
But you know, having fun is beta. That's the thing.
oh yeah, real men
So-
don't have fun. They're too busy working hard on that bag,
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yelling at Bud Light for no reason, selling overpriced Swatter beer for your own self.
When I saw that Sneeko like masculine conference, I saw they were all wearing black and like jeans, and I wonder like, are they like a uniform or they just all show up like that?
You
Is
gotta
it-
show up like that. If you
It's
look
like-
different, dude, they're gonna roast you.
Like it's got to be
23-year-old
some black
captain.
T-shirt. You gotta be have the haircut. I don't know.
Like,
What
if
is-
you
They-
don't fit in with that group of high-quality men, then you don't know. Make fun of.
do they all watch Fight Club before coming in? Like it's such
No,
a
they don't even know what that is. That's the problem. Is that that's why Tate
Oh.
shows up and like talks about Operation Space Monkey, and they're like, "Wow, this guy's amazing." Like, dude, just watch some TV. Trust me,
Are you saying Tate's just following like the Fight Club script?
dude. I didn't think about it. I never really did, because as much as like I get it, I tweet a lot of shit about him, but I don't think about him that much until I
Yeah.
watched this documentary on. Do you remember that UFC fighter who beat up the Mac girl, the porn star?
Mhm.
What's his name? War Machine or whatever. So I was watching Count Dankula's thing of him.
Oh,
and
I saw that.
realized,
Yeah.
like, dude, this is basically like if you were to lampoon this, that would be the Andrew Tate brand right now.
Oh.
You know, like the porn star, cam girl, girlfriends, the known for violence, you know, smacking her around, and I'm the greatest fighter ever, but not allowed to be in any fights because nobody likes you. And I'm like, holy jeez.
Hey, I've got a theory for you. All right,
Oh, boy.
Here's your Fight Club theory. There's no Andrew Tate. It's Tristan Tate, and Andrew Tate is like Tyler Durden.
Oh man.
That's funny. Yeah, it's a figment of his imagination. Tristan's out in the parking lot hitting himself in the face.
Wait,
Fuck you, Andrew. Fuck you.
Dude, I will 100% buy into this if I see one of these guys ever get one of them black sugar tank tops.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, I was so into Fight Club back in the day. I actually looked it up. There's a website. You can still buy it. That, you know, the tank top from the very end?
Oh yeah.
It's like a $300 tank top.
He's like
Holy
when
shit.
he's got his head scant.
Well, the pornography all over the front and back of it. That one.
Oh, I don't remember that one. Okay.
It's right at the end when he's fighting with himself in the parking lot over the explosives.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the scene. I just remember the tank top. Wasn't he wearing some weird jacket too?
Yeah, and I guess he was wearing a weird feathered jacket too. But the reason it's so expensive is not because it's designer or something like that. It's because of all the licensing required to get all the
Really?
on the
Oh
Damn.
man.
Oh, wow, crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think here. All right, back to Minecraft. Let's get something important done.
Yeah, that's right.
Dang.
Around.
Hey,
Yeah.
Brian, did you ever get in trouble for your ADD in school?
I was too much of a class clown. I wanted to make everybody laugh too much. That's what got me in trouble.
Oh, me too, dude. Yeah. I didn't even realize that I was the class clown until, when they vote you like senior year, who's who and whatever.
Yeah.
And they put me up for like class clown, and then they're like, they didn't even put anybody else like up for vote. It was just like unanimous, like, yeah, Smarty. Like, why are we gonna vote for who's class clown? And I was like, really?
Like,
Marty, I'm really surprised by that. You don't come across to me as a class clown at all.
oh,
Not
I
at
see it
all.
100%.
Shut
100%.
up.
It's
Everything,
yeah.
everything we talk about, he's like, how can I possibly ruin this so I can enjoy it? Talent
Right.
recognizes talent. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I think it was like fourth grade. We were supposed to be reading, from this book, and I was reading, and or I wasn't reading, but it was
They
my
were.
turn to
Yeah,
read. It was my turn to read, and anyways, I didn't know where we were, so the teacher took me out and paddled me 3 times. So she brings me back in, and 20 seconds later, she calls on me again, and I still didn't know, so she paddled me 3 more times. And like we almost got her fired because like she bruised me up like real bad.
Damn.
Yeah, it was messed up. Oh, I gotta go.
So that's why you're a class clown. Childhood trauma. I get it.
Yep.
For me, I
Was
just
she a
got
nun?
bored really easy, and so I had to like make everybody else pay.
Hmm.
It worked out well. My career in comedy's taken off.
Your Twitter feed's banging.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate Twitter so much. If it wasn't for the fact that it was such a good top of the funnel activity and the DMs are useful, I'd be off by now.
Mhm.
But in comparison,
I
to
don't
Pop,
This
your
week,
humor
this
is
week's
very
been
light.
really fun on Twitter. What are you
Compared
talking
to
about?
mine's light compared to Carl?
No, to Pop. Terrence Pop.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I love Terrence's stuff. I don't want to steal his gimmick either, so.
Yeah, but he's savage, man. He and Blake. Oh, god damn it.
Well, I think it's because I've never actually gotten a Twitter ban. You know this? Everybody else brags about, oh, I got banned by the Illuminati or whatever. I've never gotten one because I just adhere to terms of service and just try to cross that line as close as I can get without falling over.
Well,
Actually,
even
easy.
Jack on it. Ryan, shame on you. Even Jack went so far.
Well, yeah, you just
Yeah, it's because
well,
he's not paying attention.
you know, yeah, you just straight up call someone a gay slur, then you
Yeah.
end up getting banned.
With a cigarette.
You got to remember, it's all about the rule was targeted harassment.
Yeah.
So you can call all people, gay slur, but you
Yeah.
can't say you're a gay slur. I like how I'm sitting back, like I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah.
The more you know.
I'll write a blog post on how to not get banned. How to call people slurs on Twitter. Not get banned.
I used to give so much blast of shit to everybody. I'm like, guys, just read the terms of service. It's way easier not to get banned as long as you just adhere to them. And they're like, they don't care, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, maybe, but 90% of the time it's because you do. If you want to be the one guy that they targeted, because Trump, because he's politics.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not going to be Trump. You're not going to get banned because of January 6th. So just stop targeting harassment.
How
So
can I be
you
a
mean,
martyr?
Yeah,
Ryan,
be a
do you mean
martyr.
to tell me? Ryan, do you mean to tell me that when you're doing something with somebody else, and there's a document describing that relationship, that reading that document is useful?
I believe the terms that they use in the industry is called RTFM. Read the
Yes.
terms. Read the effing manual. This is why
Oh,
I'm convinced most people on social media couldn't hold down a job if they had to, like work at a gas station. Because, like, in the corporate world, this is obvious stuff. What's the first thing you do when you get to a company? You go through all the policies, check it out, see how you're supposed to act and behave.
Yep.
But now it's no. The woke people want to take your job because I want to have the freedom to be able to yell racial slurs randomly for no reason. It's like, it's your hill,
Not only
bro.
that,
You die on whichever one you want, but I'm out.
but most companies is basically always the same thing. It's the same thing, and no matter which company you go to. So
Well, yeah. You know why though, right?
That saves costs.
No, no, no. It's because every time, like, I used to have to write policies as part of my first corporate job after the military. And what you generally do is every company will have a contract with like Gartner, who, if you guys don't know who they are, they do corporate research. Like, if you want to find out anything about your business, there usually is research on it. They always have an article for that, essentially. And so when you're like, oh, I need to write a policy for, you know, this, that, or the other thing, and they're like, well, here's the research, and then what they'll do is they'll take their documentation they got from Deloitte or PwC or McKinsey, and they're like, here, you learn the template that they use. And since most of the people I worked with were ex-Deloitte employees, they're already used to the format. So you're just copy and pasting from somebody who knows more
Yeah.
than you. It's just like the military. You have no idea how many standard operating procedures from the military are just somebody calling up the other ship going, hey, could you send me that document? And then
Yeah.
just change the name of the ship.
Exactly. Hey, let me borrow that for a second.
Yeah.
Let me
We're not
everyone's just
including
copying their
overseas.
homework, and this
Yeah.
and that they make it illegal in school. What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Like-
no collusion. People are just lazy, man.
I mean, you have to be paid to do that. You know, it's a skill.
Dude, I'm not even joking about that. 6 figures just to copy that? I'm all for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That's why I
Man.
laugh now, because then what do people do when they're talking about, I work for myself now? They do the exact same thing, but for branding.
You're right.
Let me-
That's why you guys will notice every like month or two I'll have a tweet saying something to the effect of, like, dude, if I wanted to do this, I would have stuck with corporate. I could make more money and have better coworkers.
I like that one.
No.
Did you see the flower account just like copy paste that Nuclear Claudio's Twitter thread?
Oh,
I
really?
couldn't. He blocked me. I
He-
heard like Niche sent a thing.
Yeah. He literally just like, well, he didn't. He like changed it to finance, and then but the same exact thing. Of course, he tagged him in it too,
Aw.
so it was like, I don't think it was trying to get away with it, but
Yeah, blurring the lines between homage and Gimme.
exactly. Hey, this looks cool.
And it's not hard to, copy discreetly too. Like if you remember my thread, the Goodwill Hunting one, I got that from another community I'm in another account, in another industry, in another field. And so like the reference is there, everybody knows the reference is there,
Mhm.
but the same reference it was never used in this space. So I just figured why not? Because like it's new here.
Mhm.
And so like it's not that hard to be creative without being unoriginal, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, that's what a lot of
basically talking about
memes.
DMCA. Just make it transformative. Don't be derivative.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot,
Yeah.
of, a lot of memes are just like taking like a popular meme and then like applying it to whatever community you're a part of.
Yep.
Then reusing
Yep.
Also eerily familiar as men swapping notes.
it.
Bam! Bringing it full circle.
Wow.
Gotta love it. I don't know how
Don't
to
eat
end
paint.
this.
Don't
Oh,
eat
damn.
paint. Trademark.
Oh, who was that? I don't even remember who was the name, but I think I was talking with. It might have been Chesty. It might have been Rolo. It might have been somebody. But I guess there's people like out there who, like, one Twitter thread takes off and they want to like trademark the saying or something.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people are laughing like, dude, it's the internet. Like, how are you going to enforce the fact that you're the first guy who sked like 42 skidoo or something?
Yeah.
It's like that's how scarce people are here. Like one thing takes off. No, I need to be the guy known for this.
There's people have tried to do. I don't know if like somebody I think copyrighted Comic Skate.
Really?
Yeah, I think he might have gotten
Nice.
away with it too. So
Like I remember, what was it? Who are those guys? They make reaction videos and they tried to copyright reacts.
yeah,
as
that
the
didn't
saying.
that didn't work out. There was also a Minecraft YouTuber who was trying to like copyright the 100 days thing, I believe.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
the community turned on him pretty fast too.
Yeah. Hey guys, the color blue, mine now.
Yeah.
So pay up, bitches.
Why do people think they don't have the capacity to come up with new ideas?
Because they can't. Some people are aware of how talentless they are.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay.
It's literally
bad.
it's the same as you see with dating, man. Like you're sitting here dating and you realize, oh, okay, I blow out with this one girl. There's always another one out there, right? You kind of got there now, as far as I can tell. And let me know if I'm wrong. Some guys are just like that with ideas. Like, no, this is the best I'm ever gonna do. This is my Home Alone magnum opus. And
Oh man.
you realize it's a tweet with 50 likes, and they're like, nope, President of the Manosphere. It's the best I got, so I better guard it religiously.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I kind of hate Home Alone because
It was child exploitation to the tune of 500 million, or
no, it's just my personal experiences. When I was
you got
growing
robbed
up,
and you tried throwing marbles down, and the robbers just beat you anyway.
oh good lord. No, I looked pretty much exactly like Macaulay Culkin at the same time, the same age, and so had old people coming up to me all the time, and they're like, "Oh, do the thing!" They're like, "Put your hands against your face." I was like,
Dance,
leave
monkey.
me the fuck alone, old bro.
That's when Marty learned about just
Poor
hitting people
guy.
with paint cans.
Yeah, or they're just like grabbing my cheeks, like, "Oh, hold on, Macaulay Culkin." Oh.
Marty
Yeah.
just puts a blowtorch on some old man's head. There, is that what you wanted?
Yeah, is that it? Hit
Throw
old
an
bro
iron at
with a
some dude's
paint can.
face.
Is that what you wanted? You like that? Are you not entertained?
Alright,
So
I
unfair.
have to figure out
Arson
how to make-
Arson becomes endearing for Marty. It's so unfair.
Mm.
Well, I mean, Marty just
Well-
wanted to be Marty. You're the ones that wanted to be Macaulay.
That's it.
It's not his
Fair. Fair.
Let me go to the dark side.
Don't forget the line. Get out of here, you filthy animals.
I don't-
fault. How am I gonna? Dude, I'm so confused on this thing. Our banter has ruined my creativity. I feel like I need to put a trademark on this Hive City.
Mm.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just go
Uh,
full.
Let's copy
Oh,
someone
God,
else's.
man.
Bill.
Oh, you talking about like rocks and marbles or whatever? God, dude, I had a literally like crazy person here, and I may or may not kind of work related to the this person, but they were telling me
Safe
how
breeze,
they
man.
were. No, I've hit the lotto. This ain't even Febreze. This is somebody else. This is like an older dude.
Mhm.
Oh,
But this guy, he's like literally like was nuts, and I didn't realize it. I should have from the beginning. But he was in the nut house for 2 years,
Wow.
oh.
and I guess he tried to kill himself, and then back then, they took that more seriously. Like he shot himself and whatever. But anyways, he was in the nut house for 2 years. He's like, man, he's like, I got more pussy in there than I did outside. I was like, oh,
Jeez.
crazy too. And he's like, yeah, crazy pussy. So it's all good. Yeah. Oh, and he's like, yeah, dumb and crazy. He's like, man, one time I was outside. He's like, I got some pussy for a handful of rocks.
Jesus.
That's even better than Skittles guy.
Yeah. Rock guy. Step aside, Skittles, man. We got Rock guy over here. We have freaking the Rock over here.
Yeah, the real rock.
Yeah.
Some bitch collects rocks. Here you go.
That's ancient times, I guess. Just gave her a
and this
handful
is-
of
wanna go-
rocks.
Want to go back to my apartment to see my rock collection?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Dude, and this guy, he had it figured out back then. He was like the OG, like he's better than Tate. I mean, you can't even get this from the war room.
Top part.
Yeah. he took found a loophole. Like one day the nut house people, they're like, who ordered a pizza? Like you can't get a pizza delivered to the nut house here. He's like, oh, that's mine. And they're like, you can't do that. And he's like, hey, I read everything. I don't see anywhere where it says I can't do that.
Oh, he
So,
read the
anyways,
policy. Look at
I
him.
guess so. Yeah, he's like a Nick August in the nut house.
Just like
But But anyways, what he did was, I guess they got an allowance of like $10 a day,
Mhm.
and so he
Wow.
got the pizza, and he got him like a slice or two, and he
Oh,
sold the other slices
mhm.
for $8 each.
$8 each. Holy
Yeah.
smokes!
He's like, man, I was making $40 a pizza.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Does he even belong in this nut house? Because he
Crazy
sounds
like a fox.
yeah, crazy like a fox.
Oh yeah. I mean, living the good life, getting rich in the nut house, and a bunch
Yeah.
of crazy pussy.
Trading rocks.
Figure it out.
Forget going to my side of the world. Go to a nut house.
Yeah.
You Americans better,
I don't
closer
know.
to home.
I think they're closing all those insane asylums now.
Yeah,
Are
they're
they?
putting him on the subway.
Yep, exactly.
Oh.
So they get choked out.
Oh yeah, what's
Yeah,
the
oh,
you guys
man.
choked out
Place,
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Why would you choke out Michael Jackson? He's a musical genius.
hmm
He was a
This,
scholar. He was musically gifted.
Yep. Just
Isn't that the line
scholar.
you're supposed to give now?
Yep. You
He's
could
a
put him
saint.
put him in the Smithsonian. This is Jack and the Smiths.
Did you guys see the Reddit stuff on him?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, the
No.
take I saw, I didn't really follow it too much, but it was pretty funny. It's like most people when they end up getting in one of these, vigilante scenarios, they just have a criminal record. This guy actually has like 10 years of Reddit threads of people saying to avoid him. It was just funny.
Wow.
And you
Really?
see like Reddit threads from 7 years ago where like, yeah, if you guys see this Michael Jackson in the subway, stay away. He did this and he's yelling at people and he threw things and he's attacking, and it was just hilarious. Like even Redditors didn't want to
Jeez.
go there.
It's like I always love it, like, why didn't anyone stop him? It's like everyone wanted him put down, or at least restrained. That's why.
We talking about George Floyd?
No,
Technically.
Oh,
that's they're trying to make him the new one, but
Oh, did you see the guy? He's like, yeah, this is Jesus. Jesus would put on a jacket and danced in the subway or something like that.
oh, it's got to be Twitter. Someone's got to like one up the game here.
Yeah. Send tweet. This is the one. This is gonna get me famous.
How more retarded can I be than the next person in line? How can I tie this to genocide? Hold on a second.
I feel comfortable laughing about it because that stupid Legends of Men thing. When I saw the Legends of Men conference and I had to poke fun
Oh,
at it,
God.
it was like all women on the front, and then somebody was like, "Hey, is this you?" And it was him and Pat Stedman talking about like a great collab. I'm like, everything popped into place, man. Everything.
Yeah.
Something
Men
that
of
are gonna be
men of
fun.
excellence.
Yeah.
Our day 2 is opinions from women. Like, okay, seems like a good conference. Sign right up.
So how am I gonna? Actually, you know what? I got a plan. All right, guys, I got a Minecraft plan here. No
All
more
right.
banter for a second.
Ooh.
Not you. I'm talking to the audience, the people who matter.
Oh.
I'm gonna do some kind of like a lighthouse topper to this thing, I think. And then this should be the top to the Hive City, and I'll put up another like 20 blocks or something, and that might actually look
Like-
good. I think. I hope. And back to your regularly scheduled shit posting.
Mhm.
So Marty, about these crazy nuts that get all the poon, and
Oh.
get the bag and make money and hustle.
Dude.
the only thing that's missing is their fitness. How are they exercising? Are they lifting? Do they have a
Yeah,
gym?
sure.
Okay,
They're
there we
banging
go.
so much they don't need to do nothing else.
Got the cardio covered for sure.
Dude, Fabrice is weird, but like he was hitting on these like nasty hoes the other day. Like there were three hoes out in the parking lot, and God, dude, they were pretty nasty. I mean, I would have had to drink a lot, but I mean, maybe. But anyways, one of them like he was like chatting her up, and it was funny. Like he's got like a little bit of game. I don't know how, but it's kind of like he's just so dumb that, and not
Heck.
scared to talk to girls that it actually works. Maybe.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
so 1500 notches type game.
Yeah. But these girls, they were like stuck here for a little while. The car broke down or something, and so I saw one of them like she just took her shirt off like out in the parking lot. She like kind of looked and was kind of hiding, and I just saw like from the back just these giant jugs just flopping around. It's crazy.
So
I'm
your
like,
shop
we're here in
doesn't
a
have a
town.
policy against gaming at work or what?
Do what now?
Your company doesn't have a policy about running game at work.
Oh well, I guess I make the policy, so
Yeah.
yeah. Oh well.
You should make a 9s and 10s only policy.
Yeah.
Really shut down
Oh
this game.
dude, I'm gonna put it up on like the bulletin board, like where you have the labor laws posted.
Yeah.
Like no ratchet hose
Oh,
policy.
Only
Yeah.
meaningful hoeing here.
That's it. Oh, dude, but that retard, he bought a car. Like my check for him the other day was like $507, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, Jesus, oh yeah," and he's like, so he went and spent like all 500 on the car, and
Okay.
yeah, like 500 even left like $7. Oh, hold on.
And
Oh man, what a
I can't
cliffhanger.
even. I can't even. I just can't.
talking.
Oh yeah, and so anyways, he bought the car, and he's talking about how awesome it is. He's like, "Oh yeah, man, people are gonna be jealous," and finally, like, I figure out it's like a 2001 Pontiac Grand Prix GT, and it's like it's got like sheet metal screws holding it together, and the seat's worn out. I think like the seat cushion is worn out, so there's like old shirts in there.
So
I'm
basically,
like-
it's like the $500 my first car.
A beater.
Yeah.
The
And
beater,
then I
the one
think
you
he
take to the
still-
sawdust piles to go run around.
Oh yeah, pretty much. It's like a demolition derby car. But,
Oh man.
But anyways, I think he still like is supposed to make like a couple more payments to the guy, like it's a friend of his.
Mhm.
But anyways, he was driving the car, and the accelerator got stuck. Like the
Holy
you
shit.
like
God.
like
Oh my god.
your throttle, like where your throttle body is. Like sometimes they have like this little honeycomb material.
Mhm.
Well, anyways, it broke loose and it got stuck in the throttle body.
Oh god.
Oh,
So,
Dude.
so anyways, since he's, hooked on Febreze and just infinitely smart, instead of switching off the car or shifting down gears or anything that makes sense, he ran into a light pole to stop the car.
So wait, if it's a manual, you can just like put out the clutch,
Yeah,
pushing the
he coulda-
clutch.
It's not a manual, but I mean,
it's not
he
manual.
could have like done something, put
in
the
other words,
automatic
many
shifter
options.
down.
None of them involved that.
Yeah,
He
none of
chose
it-
the quickest way, at least.
The,
Pretty
the quickest way to stop your car for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I got a question though, Marty. What did he do for food? What did he? How did he?
What does he
How?
eat?
How does
I
he
mean-
survive?
Yeah. How does he like? 507. The paycheck's 507, right?
Yeah.
And then he spent 500 on the car, $7 left for the whole
Oh, I
month.
know.
How?
Well, no,
how?
I mean, that's
how-
not a month. That was just a paycheck for like 2 weeks. He was just kind of working part time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he
So
gets
$7
food stamps.
Okay.
so
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
food stamps.
There you
Yep.
go. It's amazing. It's amazing you can do something stupid like that and still survive.
Oh man,
just-
yeah.
Surprised.
But luckily
Yeah.
it wasn't going too fast, so I think it just kind of messed up, like knocked out like part of the grill.
Mhm.
So I don't know, but there's been a better, easier way to, other than straightforward into a light pole. Like, come on.
Yeah, Dante. There's
Like-
a reason people keep calling kids nowadays fragile because, like, I've seen things that people should not bounce back from. Didn't I tell you that story about the grad party, my graduation, where the guy got cracked upside the head with a chainsaw bar?
Dear
He got
Yeah.
so mad
God.
he beat the other guy
Oh,
up.
dude, I
And
missed
then he
that
kept
one.
drinking the rest of the night while his head was gushing profusely. Just took his shirt off and used it as a bandage.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
no.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Supposedly, this is an Evo psych thing, that the human body is built to take a beating. Like, we're really good at it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's why, like, our face is perfectly designed to get punched in the face repeatedly without hurting something important.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
especially
I'm not
men.
even joking. That's like a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
We were made for war.
Yeah.
We've got more collagen or fat in our faces, and
And then like the flatness
the
of our
men.
snout and all that stuff. Yeah. Human beings are designed to F around and find out. Finding
Well-
out is what makes us human.
I guess so, but like that brings up an interesting question for me is that maybe I'm trying too hard.
Yeah, but you have
You
to
know?
try hard. You have to try too hard to know that, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every guy when he's drinking has to have that moment that, dude, I need to stop drinking. Every guy fighting's like, dude, I can't handle this. Like when his knuckles are like swollen over. Everybody has to have that moment.
So I do wrestling every week now, and one of the things I was very surprised this week because we did groundwork on Tuesday. Basically, I had this guy that's like maybe a third a third heavier than me, maybe a few inches taller than me, pinned down. I'm flat on my back. He's got me locked, pinned down. My
Oh,
job was to
yeah.
my job was to
Lord.
escape. So I have to do like a bridge and then turn and then
Yeah, I know the
and
exercise.
then do it. Yeah. Not only was I able to get out, I was able to reverse him.
Yeah.
Meaning at the end of the minute, I pinned him. It's like holy shit.
You basically
That's-
did
that-
what you were told to do.
No,
The training.
the exercise was just to get out,
Yeah, and you did.
but I fucking reversed him.
yes.
It's like holy shit.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah,
job.
that was impressive.
It's-
That was
you did
impressive.
something and succeeded. I'm proud of
Yeah.
you. I don't know
I
where
didn't-
we're going with this.
No, I mean I didn't know I could do that. So
Wow.
like, yeah,
Yes,
I
you
didn't know.
now.
Yeah. So
Don't mess with the panda. I don't know.
no, but
And
like
we got teeth.
back in the topic of like, taking a beating. Yeah, I think
Mm.
I understand that now. On a body level.
Panda will shove bamboo up your ass.
Can't wait till you get to that moment with the first time you like start kicking, like as Taekwondo or something, then you kick somebody in the elbow. Oh,
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
those are one of the worst. I never want to go back to that. That's why you like to always take flexibility training seriously after
Dude,
that.
The shins are like one of the most painful places. Like,
Shins hurt too. Yes, yes they
Yeah.
do.
well, I meant like anytime, like or was it your foot that hit their elbow or your
Yeah,
shin?
the arch of your foot hitting somebody in the
Oh.
elbow
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't
That's even-
aim your kick high enough.
Ooh.
That's pretty bad.
That's one of those
Ooh.
videos where you see it and then they go to the clip of like Pavarotti hitting a high note. Ah!
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so I think this is high enough. What the hey? So it's not a lighthouse, but it is. But I'll make it work. Oops.
Emperor's Light. Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward because their 10th edition's coming out soon in like June. The Warhammer.
Oh.
And like their big thing for this is going to be Tyranids versus Space Marines. It's always like something versus Space Marines since.
I've heard a lot of people complain about that it's essentially like a big jerk off session for the Space Marines.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why everybody's mad.
I mean that is. I mean, well, I don't know if everyone's mad, but yeah, but that's their most popular faction for sure. I mean, humans are always going to be. So
Typical
I mean,
racism.
they know their marketing, but it's also going to be Tyranids, and they released there's pictures and a lot of new Tyranid models that look really cool. They got
So
a
here,
big.
question for you, being the Warhammer fan, then.
Hmm.
You know how originally StarCraft was supposed to be like a Warhammer themed RTS,
Yeah.
and then the filling went through. Do you think StarCraft came out of that one feeling stupid, or do you think Warhammer did? Because like Warhammer's huge. But
Yeah.
StarCraft is like Korea's national sport now, so I don't know who came out of
Yeah.
that one.
I guess in the end, yeah. Since I assume they lost their lawsuit or didn't decide not to sue, so I guess they'd feel dumb out of it.
Yeah.
I
But
really
imagine that, though.
I really did enjoy Warhammer. Had an RTS called Dawn of War that I really enjoyed, but it was much different than a StarCraft. Still fun though. Unfortunately, the sequel they changed a bunch of stuff and it pissed me off.
Yeah, I can see that. Still, it would be imagine that though, like Warhammer, such nerd hobbies. Like, actually, I'm the national sport of Korea. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That would have been a pretty good flex.
Mhm. Exactly. I'm surprised. I think they remade it too, StarCraft. I don't know if the second one did as well.
I don't think so, but I think it did okay. Like it did better than Overwatch or some of the other ones. But
Mhm. Like it's funny that people calling it like the game of chess over there. It's like it's that important to them. Like, hey,
or some of the stats they used to test it. Like what was the one I saw where it was clicks per second?
yeah, APM, actions per minute.
That's the one. Actions per minute.
Mhm.
Imagine that. How fast can you work like a mentat?
It's insane.
As a
Well,
Dune
a
reference.
lot of their stuff is like, I mean, a lot of their stuff is they'll just like rotate their like from their base and stuff. So it's a lot of it is kind of. Well, I think they do that like kind of like not really useless actions, but it's like just to keep their hands moving.
Keep everything moving.
Exactly.
Oh, it's like a boxer keeping his feet.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like
They're
so.
gamifying the stat that was meant to show how autistic they were at a game. That's crazy.
Yeah. But it's still it is I guess an indication of just how well you can micro in that game. It does have some
Matt
bearing.
Walsh was right. This does sound like something the devil would do.
Mm-hmm. Satanic anime.
Speaking of which, how are we back at 1990s levels of discourse with video games and anime?
I don't know. It's like
Those
they got to
cartoons are
moralize.
for kids.
We ran out of things to moralize over.
Guess so. It's
I
pretty
said
sad, though.
something
Like, I'd
about
rather
that.
have gay Bud Light than all this stuff.
I said something about that. I admit I haven't read the whole thing. It's a lot of word salad, but I understand that the anime tweet that that everybody was dunking on.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't.
I
Even
didn't
know.
read the
I
whole
just
thing.
Told everybody to if you think anime's for kids, just go watch Grave of the Fireflies with your kids and get back to me, or AW Kite or A Kite.
Watch that. I
Dude,
hear it's
even the-
sad.
Like even the classic ones, like Ghost in the Shell, man, like super relevant to today. I was watching it with a girl the other day, and she was like, "Hang on, this is what's happening now."
I love it. I like it when boobies just pop out of it.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hey, that was Marty's line.
yeah, come on now. Didn't you read the script?
Darn it. I'm sure you're looking for that Netflix Hero remake, right? I heard what was it, that one guy that did Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah,
Oh,
what
boy.
He's gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm-
Taika Waititi. Whew, sounds great.
I'm
Oh
not-
boy.
I refuse to go see it.
Oh,
I can be disappointed at home by myself. I don't need somebody else to pay $100 million to disappoint me. You know.
Like, ugh. Like, you just know it's gonna be. There's like no way in like God's green earth that it ends up being better or anywhere close.
Yeah, Canada's gonna be a black lesbian. You're like, what the hell? Why?
Like, yeah, but beyond them intentionally making it worse, even if they were gonna try, it's gonna be
Why
terrible.
can't they just make new things that are bad?
Because those take
know,
risks. Those are financially
fair.
risky.
Yeah,
Everybody has
fair.
to have a solid IP.
Because like they're taking old stuff and it's
Yeah.
still unsuccessful.
Mhm.
So
mean-
it's.
I mean, heck, the Mario movie did like $1 billion, and it was a lot of nostalgia. A lot of nostalgia.
Is it worth watching? I wasn't sure.
I mean, if
should.
you're really like Mario, I think it's worth watching.
What if he just sort of like Mario?
Eh, depends.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, take it or leave it. Like, I mean, there's not a lot of like the
Okay.
story itself isn't all that great, but I mean, I loved seeing a lot of like the references, and I saw it with my siblings that are also enjoy Mario, so it was fun. It was a fun like
Gotcha.
experience, you know.
Because so
It's
far
a theme
all I've
park.
seen is that Jack Black music video where he's acting like Jack Black. Like,
Peaches.
hey, I need attention.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
like, nope.
Peaches. Apparently, that's really popular among kids. One of my
Yeah,
brothers
kids
is
are
a
stupid.
teacher, so he's like, "Oh, they love that thing." I'm like, "Really? Like, it doesn't seem that great to me."
Sounds like the Frozen.
Yeah,
Sounds like the Frozen theme. Yeah.
I guess for parents, they're like, oh, thank God it's not Frozen or.
They
Baby
moved
Shark, I
on.
can live with that.
They get a slight
Disney
reprieve
theme song every
until they
month.
get sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, for me when I was like growing up, was my brothers and sisters loved that Barney. I forget which one, but like
Oh,
the I love you, you love me.
I know the one.
Yeah,
My sister had the entire VHS box set, and she used to watch it incessantly at home.
This is the original T-Rex. The
Mhm.
original T-Rex.
Yep,
Yeah.
Barney. Oh god,
Forgot
so
all
ugly.
about that horrible, horrible tragedy.
There's another one. one of them really loved watching the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie too, and like them singing is just
Why?
also like super grating. I don't know, man.
And they imitate the high pitched voice. Oh man,
No, I just
that's gonna be.
watching it, but it's like, whoa.
So now
Okay,
used to
okay.
love watching the Chipmunks as a kid. I thought that was
Yeah.
a great show, and DuckTales and all that stuff.
Oh, DuckTales is awesome. Loved it.
Oh, there's some things they need to kind of try to find a way to bring back, like the Saturday morning cartoons, the way it's
Mhm.
scheduled. I know it's hard on the internet, but if they could figure out a way to get every kid sitting down at the same time,
Mhm.
like from what I understand, that's when parents were able to smash while their kids were in the house. Like, hey kids, GI Joe's on. Come on, honey.
Oh yeah.
That's why nobody's having sex anymore. Parents are like, she can stream it whenever, so you won't get out of our face. It's Friday night, and mommy wants to get her drink on.
Need a reprieve.
I was waiting for Marty to have a snide comment there, but he didn't have anything. I set him up and everything.
Just making deals.
Just yelled at the guy for Febreze. Enough with this. I'm tired of it. Realize people on the internet making fun of you?
Guess I tell them.
Don't embarrass me.
That's probably my favorite Justin Wang tweet. If you're ever gonna at me on a tweet, don't embarrass me, please. And it's like gotten so much mileage.
Gotta be something.
Oh man.
Something worth it.
So how goes your mushroom hunt there, Davy boy?
It is going slowly.
Can't even mushroom right, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's, and these things don't grow that quickly. Even with the,
Bone meal?
since it's just the stems, I'm using bone meal, but just the stems.
Oh.
You can't use every part of the mushroom.
Dude, I
it's-
remember, I think it might have been Bedrock Edition. There used to be a thing that you could do where if you took out the whole mushroom, it would always just collect as the stems in your inventory, I think it was.
I wish.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Maybe I'll regress the server down to like 13.7
Yeah.
whatever version it was. And you can...
It'll remove like half the blocks I want to use, but I will get those stems. Need a home. Let's see. Got those boxes already. Working almost done with the third. So it's almost like 1.5 more to go.
Riveting TV, boys.
I know. Watch me
Tougher
grow
than
mushrooms.
Oh, wait, what's Star? There's StarCraft tournaments with prizes of hundreds of thousands, and they are pretty fun. Oh, there still is. Dudes, have you guys ever watched like professional Tetris players?
No.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
I've seen the clip with Jonas and some other guy. And they're
dude,
like
that
Tetris
is
for
so
Jonas.
last year. You have no idea how much it's advanced since then.
I'm Filipino. Cut me some slack.
Yeah, like there's specific hand techniques you have to use. They have like a claw method of doing it, and they show like frame perfectly why you have to hold the controller like this. They don't actually push the
Wow.
buttons. They they tap the controller from underneath, like the same way you roll your fingers on a desk, and then that allows you to hit the button quicker. 'Cause you only have like
Wow.
4 frames to move 6 places on the thing. And then there was this one level, it's called the kill screen, where it essentially, the pieces move so fast, you're not able to, like, human beings can't move fast enough. And then somebody figured out how to break through that barrier, too. And so they're breaking the human barrier after AI kind of gave them some techniques that they could use.
Wow.
And it's at the point that the computer starts having, like, memory overflow, so the blocks all look different. And they have, like, new names for the levels, like Bubblegum, Emerald Candy, or whatever.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And yeah, it's just like it's for something that was like, oh, that was fun in 1989. To watch it now, you can't believe how riveting it is and how excited you get. Like, it's Super Bowl mixed with the StarCraft tournament, mixed with like watching Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, and with blocks. It's just crazy.
They're using a different version of Tetris where it can actually go fairly
Yes.
quick.
The
They got
plain old-fashioned
instant.
Nintendo Entertainment. You have to use that version.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, they actually have to refurbish Nintendos to get it going again. Oh,
That's crazy.
Regulation Tetris.
yeah. Yeah, no bells, no whistles, no gimmicks, original controllers, none of this keyboard nonsense, like none of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like, you thought the Smash community was hardcore? Yeah. They got nothing on the Tetris boys.
Pretty soon they'll have like court cases because the players were on Adderall or some shit.
Oh, you've been seeing that where they're talking about Adderall in sports the way that professional sports guys talk about testosterone,
Yeah.
Yeah,
doping, and that. Yeah, I'm wondering how that's gonna play out.
that's interesting. I'm excited for that.
I assume
I
at
mean,
some
I
point,
don't know
like,
if I should be, but I weirdly am.
I don't know if you can
Well, I get
OD
it.
on
Like,
Adderall or anything, but I assume that was probably what's gonna trigger it. Somebody like has some sort of like seizure.
Yeah,
Or he takes
Adderall
too
never
many.
seemed to help my game. Well, Zach, I think the issue is it's not that Adderall makes you perform better; it just removes all your stupid ways that you perform worse. So I think it's for kids with ADHD; they can focus enough to actually play properly. But I don't know. The jury's still out on it. For me, I'm like, I don't know if I want these doped up, soy-looking kids being like the best of the best. I don't know.
I'm not sure if it has any sort of like long-term effect.
Well, I'm assuming there's gotta be. Like, everybody's so stupid right now, especially on social media. There's gotta be some long-term Ritalin effects. Like Destiny. Come on, him and his followers.
Yeah.
Don't tell me Adderall has no back downsides. Come on.
Oh yeah. That's that whole mess.
I can't even hide from him anymore. I blocked him specifically so I would never see his content, and then you jerks keep screenshotting his stuff.
Like, I'm not sending any of that to you. But yes, your
And so
audience is
I
awful.
block the guys who post that stuff, and then it's like some of the T-Rex boys are posting it just to dunk on it. I'm like, this man is
I don't know-
amazingly good at saying the
I don't know
stupidest
what-
thing he can.
I don't know what it is, Ryan, but I don't see him on my feed. I just don't.
Well, that's
I
because
didn't
you're
even
not
mute
a
him.
beacon for autism. There's a reason that Rob
Oh,
uses me as like, who do I block today? Let's see who's engaging with Ryan.
interesting. Huh.
Dude, I had enough of him a while back. Honestly, at first, I'm like, okay, I get it. He's like debate stuff, and then I found out he's the reason that like those socialists on YouTube are like ruining it.
RedTube, yeah.
Yeah, the bread tubers, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of annoying. And then the cuck thing was like, I don't even care about that, but the fact that he's like sitting here, Jack Murphying his life, I'm like, ah. But then the hair and the attention grabbing, and then he started talking about a topic that I actually knew something on, and I realized that all he knows how to do is like Ben Shapiro. If he talks with like retards, he
Mhm.
sounds smart.
Exactly. Gauge it with
And
the dumbest.
I have that not so erudite girl to thank, because I asked her, it's like, hey, before we start, just to let you know, don't forget, I'm like the red pill guy, very hated, so you might get some grief. And she's like, don't worry about it, I'm one of the Destiny people. I'm like, oh. I didn't know what that meant, and then she started talking about her made-up trolley problem, and I'm like, oh.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, yeah. Yeah.
That was a red flag right there.
I was in that world back in college. Politics is fucking cancer, man.
That's why I
really
hate
is.
you. No, I'm sorry. That's why
You
I
would
want
have,
you to
dude.
die in a fire. It makes perfect sense.
You would have, man. You really would have. And it's not even funny. You really would have.
That sucks. At least you're
Yeah.
nice now. That's all that matters. Girls like
Yeah.
you now, and that's what counts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they drink from a great coffee mug.
So
And I'm actually
yeah,
sad about this because you send me. If you guys don't know in the chat, Dante actually sends me photos of after he gets like a girl home, and then he gives her the red morning mug to drink her morning coffee or whatever with. And I'm like, man, I would love to retweet this if it wasn't doxing, like
Mhm.
doxing and showing skin and all this stuff. That'd be great advertising. It's right up there with the
Yeah.
tacos when he puts that big
Yeah.
booby to Asian friend he has with the book every time.
if you could
I'm
do it
gonna-
like honestly, if you could do that if I could, amp up the discretion, make it a little more like, for example, we go out or like whatever, and then just have her like hold that, and then we're in a place where you can't identify me. I think we could do it. Like
I'd
I'd be
Well,
happy to do that for you, man. For
don't
sure.
sweat it though. Funny enough, I don't actually need it. Mimer Plays was saying, why don't you do like morning show circuits and stuff like that? I'm like, I don't need any of this stuff because yelling at Matt Walsh is like all the guerrilla
Mhm.
advertising I need, and it's free, and I don't have to take a flight.
Okay, so you have a big megaphone in the form of, retards
Well,
on Twitter, which is great.
Well, the pipeline makes perfect sense. Like most people hate watch people. Like there's very few true fans anywhere. And so if
Gotcha.
you start a beef with anybody who has like a decent sized following, his hate watchers would be like, "Who's this guy?" And then they kind of follow your thing, and then the people stick around. Thank God, man. I was sitting here angry at Matt Walsh all day, and then I found you. Thank God. Like, I get that a lot. I used to hate
Wow.
everything, and then I met you, and then I just stopped caring. I'm like, thank you.
You know, Dante's giving me a great idea. My next
What's up,
trip
Alex?
to my next trip to Thailand here in a little bit. I'm taking a case of
Oh boy.
red morning tank tops, and I'm gonna give them out to all the lady boys.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hundreds of lady boys with just red morning tank tops.
It's funny.
I
It's
can't
funny
even
if I
get
see
mad at
it.
that. That's awesome.
If I see a T-Rex emoji on either Bumble or Tinder, I know that the person is, it's kind of code for the person being trans. So
Is that really?
it's
Oh no.
yeah, it's actually pretty funny. Either a butterfly or the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I don't care. I'm taking it back. Making
That's
it
right. We're
artwork.
taking it back. Yeah. We're taking
Yeah.
the
Alex,
rainbow
who's the one
back,
that started the glass of water meme?
Oh, it was Governor Megatron who started it.
Oh,
That was
guys,
funny.
Yeah. Marty is a genius. Alex loves your work, man. Yeah, that one makes me laugh. It's like I got a bit of a vibe of like Reddit is not your personal army, but at the same time, like somebody saying something really stupid is like just so you know, this is where it's coming. You're like, oh boy.
It's also very subtle too. You have to
Yeah,
to
it's
know
an
about
inside
us.
joke.
Yeah, you have to know about like Jurassic Park, which I don't think anybody watches anymore.
You basically have to
And-
know about the entire NoFap extended universe in order to get the reference.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, somebody showed that to me. I think who was it? I can't remember, but he was talking about the conference of masculinity, whatever.
Mhm.
Oh man,
What's the one I was making fun of with all the chicks again? I forgot the name.
that's how unremarkable.
Men
it
of
is.
Excellence. They all sound
Yeah,
the
that
damn
one.
same.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then and I was like, wait a minute, is that? And it was like the Rolo fornication, yes or no, that guy.
Mhm.
And then somebody pointed out on the conference, like, hey, that dude right there, he's the one that said NoFap changed my face. And I was like, oh my god.
The fat changed my camera lens guy.
I feel like Spider-Man. I'm like, wait, is that Electro? That's the lizard.
Yeah.
Doc Ock.
My entire rogues gallery's here.
Yeah. I kind of want to find out what the other guys' gimmicks are now and why Pat Stedman didn't make that list because he's good with them. Or maybe that's part of his court order is no more social media posting.
Yeah.
Like how Tate's
No
not
no
allowed to do
potential
live streams.
felons, you know.
Yeah.
Back in the topic of doing something stupid and recovering from it, Pat Stedman is a good example. He's on Twitter right now, setting up shops, selling shit. And
It's got to pay for
most people-
cost. I can understand
But
that.
but like most people don't. I don't know if the guys who aren't who see his feed know that he's arrested for a while back then.
I mean, I
You
think
could recover from that.
I think most people actually think January 6th was a big deal, which I think it's just really overblown by the media. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus, there's
but
like
still,
very
it's like-
short memories, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. I never meet any of these people, any of these kinds of people in real life, and so I kind of have to be told, like, yeah, those people exist.
Well, Marty got me on a train, and I think I have a theory about this, and I don't know if I'm right, so you guys have to let me know. Back in the 1800s, the Puritan Victorian age,
Mhm.
so freak shows were the big thing. You drive to the side of the road in
Mhm.
Alabama or Kentucky or whatever, pay your 5 cents, and they'd show you like the fat lady, the short
Mhm.
guys, the guy with the bowl in his lip or whatever. And then once they found out they were abusing the freaks, they kind of went out of favor. And every time I look at social media now, I'm thinking, this reminds me of like the 1800s freak shows. Like I have a feeling that's exactly why we love watching Karen bitch about customer service on TikTok, and why Andrew Tate goofing around LARPing as the Matrix is thing. I think it's just freak shows. There's a human need.
You mean there's a human need for that sort of
That
thing?
is sort of
That's
like
interesting.
novelty.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Sort of like novelty, but at the same time in a way that you can feel better about yourself.
Mhm.
You know?
Ah, okay.
I can't quite articulate it, but I know what I'm saying. Oh, dude, you guys are
Yeah.
gonna love this area. Once I get this done, it's gonna have so much like they're saying Easter eggs and shit hiding in here. How does he get there? I don't know. Paul's inspired me.
Nice. You're gonna have like some redstone 3-part lock.
maybe not that. That's a little hardcore, but like books that have funny dick jokes.
All right. Humorous books.
Yeah, maybe Rebstone, maybe I don't know. I'm thinking I haven't thought it through yet. I'm not the best at this. It's my first Minecraft channel.
Nice.
It's
You're
funny, I
almost
was
at
explaining
2K
to a girl
too,
what
right?
NoFap is. She had no clue. What? The queen of the Manosphere had no idea what NoFap was? Jeez, that sounds so out of character.
I know. We're not knowing something crazy.
Yeah. I refuse to believe it, sir. After her takes on men getting screwed over in divorce, can't believe
I
it.
know. Thought she was one of us. Oh, you're lagging Minecraft, or I'm not?
Oh, really? Not me. What's the TPS on this? You remember how to get to where the TPS is on the F3 window?
It's not F3, right? I don't know.
Oh, it's not?
Maybe if it. I don't know. I've never seen the TPS.
Maybe it's one of those fancy ones where you...
It's
Oh,
a.
it's on
Oh, it's.
you? Oh, thanks, man. Everybody here's just trying to get some work done, do some streams on a Saturday or Friday, and you're sitting here lagging it up.
Lag. I saw like that new Jedi Survivor came out, and people were like really complaining because they did a terrible job of optimizing it.
Jedi Survive? What do you got going on now?
It was like the newest like Star Wars game. I think EA came out with it. It was like highly anticipated, but its release was just abysmal as far as like the quality. The usual like
pay to win to be Darth Vader thing? Or?
And I don't think it's like Battlefield. It's more of a single player game.
Yeah,
But-
Star Wars single player makes sense.
But I mean, even the console was lagging. Had some lag issues,
Oh,
so you know it's bad.
oh
It came.
man, I think we got that 1982 Atari thing going on pretty soon here. Good old console crash of 2023.
Oh, it's coming. This video games become demonic. And we'll reject this. I like him. Like, no, I was talking about screen time. Don't you think kids shouldn't have the screen time? Yeah,
Ben
that's
gets on the
exactly
phone.
the argument you were working, Matt.
Yeah. Yes, Ben, what's up, sir? Get off this video game thing. We're losing our audience.
Yeah,
Back to talking about troons and beer.
Yep.
Sir.
owning the trannies. That's your gimmick, damn it.
Feel
It-
bad too, because that one photo of him wearing a fedora without the chin.
Really?
That's gonna be him. Every response to everything from now on.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, he looks like the Reddit joke about the atheist with the fedora.
Yeah.
Picture that without a jaw.
Wow.
Like everything else is just perfect. The Cheetos stained T-shirt, the mom's basement aesthetic, everything. And I'm like, oh, this all makes so much sense.
Well, of course. I think that's everyone at the Daily Wire was a nerd, essentially. At some point. I mean, I'm sure Ben was.
Oh no, I think he was all pro football until that growth spurt stopped. He hit that 5'6" in grade 4, and everybody's like, "Dude, this guy's going places." And he never went past.
Getting to Harvard. I'm on the Harvard team, football team.
It's amazing to me how, because I didn't understand it then, but it's amazing to me how conservatives are so like they'll easily, try to appease the whammon.
Yeah.
They're kind of like bred for that. I don't know.
Well, it's not even conservatives; it's the brand of conservatism. It's the
Right.
same as like Red Pill, where everybody's like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" And then Pearl and
Okay.
Myron are like, "Hey guys, you know what sucks? Anything women do."
That's fair. That's fair. I should remember
So,
that.
man, you have to yell at your woman and cuff her around, but don't actually do that because I don't want to lose my monetization. You're like, all right, whatever. Man who barely knows Muslim life talks about how Muslims will bring the red pill back. Barely knows about red pill stuff. Got to fill time.
Exactly. I think anytime like they go like too much into like the morality, it tends to always favor protecting women.
Yeah, that would be like me
Or
talking
women
about
virtuous.
like that would be like me talking about Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I saw your reference on that one. It was pretty good.
I was
I don't
like-
think anybody's gonna get it, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was just some I still don't get why
You
people
were trying to
never
do a
fuck talk
metaphor.
about.
I get it.
No, I mean I'm trying to process why people who don't fuck like to talk about fucking. I was genuinely asking myself that
I
question.
can't believe poor people keep bitching about money.
Fair.
Mhm.
I understand. I get it. Yeah. Okay. But yeah.
Just get over it, man. Money's not everything, says the guy with $1 million in the bank.
Yeah. I have to remind myself that I actually did something to get to where I am.
Well, that's everybody. Like that's why naturals are horrible people to talk to because like they forgot all about their struggle, and you're supposed to. Learn that in my
Okay.
deployment. My deployment sucked. The work was stupid. It was horrible. The attitude was stupid. People were ridiculous. But then, like now, I look back and I'm like, dude, that was like a year-long party in the Gulf.
Yeah.
You'd be so depressed if all you could think about was everything bad that happened every day. So you just forget it.
File those memories away.
I'll file that under psychotic episode in my 40s. Thank you.
Interesting.
That's why I always like. I have a couple things here. This is actually a little bit of personal, but whatever. Like my military investigation. I have the file folder right here above
Wow.
my head. It's always there. It's kind of my like never forget. Minus the whole anti-Semitism thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Just remembering when things get bad, how everything can be different. Just so I never forget where I came from. Never forget that I had to work for it. All that stuff. It may be a bit like overly theatrical, but whatever.
The symbol is useful and functional. It's there
That's what I
to
tell
serve a
myself.
purpose. Right. Like it's there because like it's there to do something. It's not there to LARP something. So
Yeah. Well,
At least
I
it's doing
mentioned
its
it too.
job.
I think that's the key point.
oh,
on the
okay,
stream.
there we go.
Guys, this file is right here. Don't ever.
You should
forget
have one.
that.
You should have one too. I mean,
This is how you don't hold a grudge. See this? Yeah.
It's file.
If you guys don't have a file on your desk, then you're not a real man.
Holds the secrets about the lizard people.
what? How do you
That
get
would be
there?
funny. The loser people file.
So the lizard people
It can-
charge
the
me for
file can be
espionage.
every-
That's right.
It can
It's
be.
them.
It can be whatever you want. Want to change the story up on it?
God, it's very hard to, because like only a few things in life merit, some emotional whatever, and it's all
Actually,
very
Zach's got a
personal,
good
right?
example for it too, Dante. He's like, yeah, George Clooney keeps a photo of him dressed as Batman on his desk as his own never forget.
Really?
I
That's
wonder, is
funny.
That, true? That's
That
gotta be
that
true.
oh man. I'm gonna check that out.
It's like Bill Murray, where he always makes jokes about him being in Garfield.
Hey, he's the one that sells out.
Oh wow. Yeah.
There's,
Oh, good. Febreze Boy's back.
All right, yeehaw.
Shaq.
There's one of those actors from Reservoir Dogs, like, and he had online for like all of the awful movies that he made, and he's like, yeah, this one right here, this one paid off the mortgage, this one bought me a trip to whatever, and he goes through, he's like, yeah, these movies suck, but he's like going through like itemizing what each one paid for. He's like, yeah, it's like I reckon it's worth it.
Hey, paycheck's a
Good attitude.
paycheck, man.
Yeah, for real.
I think that's the key to being successful in any kind of entertainment. The dignity paycheck trade-off.
Yep.
Can't all be good.
How much is your soul worth?
And
In fairness, I have let a lot of money on the table by deciding not to dance like a clown.
Dude,
not
I would
saying I
be so
regret it.
rich If I'd like brown nosed or kissed ass to begin with, I'd be so rich right now. But
Yeah. Well, even wrestling, people forget the biggest brown nose in the industry was Hulk Hogan. Just saying.
Marty was the same guy who did Free Willy.
What?
The movie?
Yeah,
Yes.
You're gonna have to walk me through that.
Michael Madsen.
Oh. Was he in Free Willy?
Yeah, he was a dad. He was Jesse's dad.
Fuck, I didn't know that. That's kind of crazy. I always just know him from every Quentin Tarantino film.
If that's the guy I'm thinking Marty's talking about, I see him doing that. No problem.
It's crazy too. I didn't realize he was like he has a sister that's in film and movies and that too. Like Jack and Joan Cusack.
Oh, it's like a family thing. That's interesting.
Yeah. I can't remember what the Madison's girl's name was, but she was like she wasn't like Joan Cusack. She was actually a good actor. Oh, come on. I mean, you hire Joan when you need somebody that sounds like they're chewing their face. That's all I'm saying. You know what? I think I'm just going to call this done and then, like, tweak it as I move on. It's kind of this looks like that castle from fucking Willow, not the Hive City.
I haven't seen Willow.
Dude, the original Willow was awesome. I'd say before Lord of the Rings came out, it was the like fantasy film. Maybe Legend with Tom Cruise might have beat it.
Only
Never
reason
heard
I
of
know about it is like people really hated the remake.
Oh yeah, the remake is garbage. Dude, it was perfect. It's like it's literally the Lord of the Rings. The halflings lived in the thing.
Mhm.
He was given some magic acorns, told to go save the baby. Instead of taking the ring to Mordor, they had to take the baby to the elves or something like that.
Okay.
And then he met like the rogue who was Val Kilmer and the giant warrior that was like the daughter of Bavmorda the witch, and then hunting him at the end. And at the end, they kind of have like a Home Alone moment where they have to do up the castle with all these like things to stop dragons and trolls. And
Ooh.
is that Willow?
his
You're talking
disappearing
about?
prick trick, yeah, that's what wins in the end. Is like his little card trick he used to do for like fun at children's parties, and that killed like the queen of the devil. It was just my disappearing pig trick. Everybody's like, show your credits off like it's a sitcom. Yeah, dude, watch Willow. You
I'll
won't
have to
regret
watch it. Right after Grave of the Firefly.
Okay, yeah, maybe pick a lighter day for Willow.
I'm still waiting on the third Ryan channel, the obscure movie references and reviews.
Oh, dude.
That'd be
Apparently
a
there's
good
a
one.
sequel to Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins, and I gotta go look into this.
Yeah, and of course there is. I've never heard the first one. Like whatever, weird stuff.
Well, it's like the movie
Cool.
Bloodsport. Think of it like a satire of Bloodsport with the chick from Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah, Val
The Kate
Kilmer was-
Mulgrew.
Okay, it'd help if I knew all of that.
Holy cow! All right,
I
remember
live in the
movie
woods.
Deliverance? I bet you remember that one.
Yeah, it came out in 1972.
It's like Deliverance, only a lot less butt sex.
Oh.
Hey, there was only one scene now. Come on.
So would you lump that in too much butt sex or not enough butt sex?
Oh,
I'm asking.
damn it. That's a tough one there. Oh, trick question. Goodness.
Oh, he has the stream up so you can hear me. Good. I'm glad you can hear me.
I still can't hear you really
I can
good.
smell you.
Okay. Ooh.
Goodness.
All right. Well, I guess Minecraft sent you here. The plan for this is I'm building this like a hive city from Warhammer. I'm going to put a village trading hall in the middle of it, but then I realized I got so much extra space that I could easily fill this with like a bunch of like Easter eggs and that, so that when 120 finally drops, we're shifting world spawn to that thing over there. You keep getting kicked off of Discord? Well, if you'd stop dropping those racial slurs in chat, Dante wouldn't be kicking you off.
Oh,
Alright,
I
so that's
actually,
gonna be
I'm
the
not.
spawn.
I'm actually not a mod anymore, so yeah.
I don't care. I don't think he's dropping racial slurs.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna set
Oh,
that
my
one up
bad.
with the. Somebody told me the name of them. The name of the guards of the emperor.
Custodes?
Custodes. Yes. So I'm gonna take a bunch of like pigmen, put gold armor them, make them Custodes in there, put an emperor on the chair, make him another zombie pigman. Like doll it up, and then people come here as this thing, and then they build their bases, and we have all this, and then the giant turtle will be over there. I'm sure there's some orc reference to the giant turtle god, Mork and Orc or whatever, Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
What's the orc gods again? Mork and
Skork and Mork.
Gork and Mork and Mindy. Got it. It's an 80s reference if anybody understands it.
Was that the one with the
Robin Williams?
the belt guy?
Yeah. Mork and Orc. Nanu. Back in the 80s, man,
Oh dear.
everybody would just say Nanu, and it was like that was the joke. Kind of like saying we're not worthy in the 90s or
Man,
Oh,
you
yeah.
might be
I see.
older than me. Goodness.
no, I was blessed in that I had a lot of like film buff friends who were older than me, and so I went through like the whole 60s and 70s as a kid. They threw 30 years of pop culture into me, and then we had the satellite dish, so we had Nick at Night. So I'm like, oh, remember Mr. Ed? And they're like, what? Yeah, it was like really popular. The spin-off series was Gilligan's Island. They're like, what?
What?
How do you guys not know this? They used to.
What
put
is Mork and Mindy? Aren't you guys talking about that cartoon show with the Grim Reaper?
Nah, that's
No,
Billy and
it's
Mandy.
it was a sitcom with Robin Williams where he was Mork, an alien that flew from can't remember what the alien was, and then he ended up in an apartment with some chick and then became her roommate, and it was like the whole thing was like a bosom buddies thing where it was just like, hey, how does this alien survive handling 1980s New York City?
But he doesn't look like an alien.
Yeah,
Sounds
he just
more
had like
like
a funky
a
suit.
copy of Alf.
Well, I think Alf was a copy of it.
Could be.
I'm pretty sure Mork and Mindy is older than Alf.
Good old Alf.
I'll Google it for you.
I introduced my kids to Alf. It's kind of
That's
funny.
Billy and Mandy. Wasn't it a spin-off of Happy? Oh, that's right. Mork and Mindy was a spin-off of Happy Days because there was like the one theme during the shark jumping years where Mork
Huh?
was like an alien that went into the Happy Days universe. That's right.
Wait, but I
That's
thought
right.
Happy Days had that other spinoff where it was Velma and Louise or something like that.
Oh,
Whatever
Laverne
the-
and Shirley?
Yeah, those two chicks, yeah.
I could still remember that theme song, man.
They sent me a message on Discord.
We're gonna make it.
I don't see any message on Discord.
Oops, caps. No
So
yelling.
there's this Twitter
chat,
account
please.
called Soren Iverson. You guys heard of this?
No.
I have no
He
idea what that
basically
is.
makes posts interesting tech features like dad protection for DMs, where I just have to share it. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay. I was like, dad protection for DMs. This so like if you're hitting on somebody and their dad comes in there, it like deletes
It's like
their
saying-
messages or.
There's like a tooltip where it says Janine has dad protection on. Carl will be able to read your DMs. So yeah, features like that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, Ryan, indeed, Alf. Mork and Minnie was before Alf in, what did it say? 1978. Alf was 1986.
Wow.
when it
Bam!
started.
Am I good or am I good?
And apparently, they say that Mork and Minnie's predecessors were Happy Days, Love, and American Style.
Ooh, I don't even know what American Style is.
Me neither.
But yeah, you are right about the Happy Days one, that's for sure. I was trying to remember. There was another one that was kind of. Andy Griffith maybe had a spin-off of something. Damn, I'm trying to remember. But yeah, I just remember like, it was always Mr. Ed, I Love Lucy, all those. Satellite dishes were the best, man. I could basically live like the silent generation if I wanted to.
I mean, Matlock wasn't really a spinoff of Andy Griffith, but had an Andy Griffith in it.
Which one was wasn't Matlock and Murder, She Wrote? Like, was there something about those? Did they do a spin-off together or something?
I don't know.
I vaguely remember something about this.
They might have teamed up at one point. They're kind of in the same
Yeah.
time. Of course,
And I
Matlock
think they
was
were
the
both pre-Columbo, so Columbo would have been the first one of the whole I can solve
Columbo.
crimes by being goofy.
I loved
The
Cannon
team-
too. He's like the fat guy,
team-
like trying to fight people, karate chopping them.
Oh.
They all teamed up for the Lemon Party episode.
Oh
dear
God
God.
Almighty!
Marty. Son of Marty. What's wrong with you? I know, but back then I was big on like the serial 80s Knight Rider, A-Team, all of those.
Oh yeah.
Which I didn't realize how like they were supposed to be taken seriously as a kid. I was like, yeah, the flying laser car is awesome. And then you look at the plot, they're like, oh, this is actually for adults. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, so funny to watch the A-Team. Where like everyone's like shooting with machine guns, like nothing's getting shot at all.
Never.
No one's dying. It's like okay.
The biggest stormtrooper
Like
ever.
they
moment.
must have had a really fight with those sensors, man. Tipper Gore must have been really on the case then back then.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that whole Puritan uprising.
Yeah,
And
Maybe that's
and
why
didn't
I
it,
pushed back so hard against Matt Walsh, because I remember the 80s.
that's back when we
And
still
didn't,
hated gays.
You're why Leonardo wasn't allowed to stab anybody with the swords, damn it.
Yeah.
He was had to hit him with the back end of it.
Well, they just made him everything robots, so it was okay to.
Yeah. I remember being seriously pissed about that because the Ninja Turtles comics were so graphic. Like, that was their big thing.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't your parents' Ninja Turtles, boys. These ones kill. You're like, wow.
Well,
Violence is
also,
so much better.
what was the guy's name again? McLaughlin, the one who made the series of Spawn.
McFarlane.
Oh,
McFarlane, yeah,
yeah.
like that was graphic.
But yeah.
That was this big thing. We're not like your mom's DC and Marvel. We're violent. You're like, wow, this is the devil, but he's cool.
Yeah. Edgy.
Back when radical was like a word that had meaning.
But it was pretty good. Oh
Oh,
god,
yeah.
that was good.
I liked it. Probably John Leguizamo's best performance.
Oh yeah, it's a violator.
Yeah. I don't know who in their right mind. This is the plan, man. John Leguizamo. Like Luigi Mario? Really? Yeah. Trust me. All right.
Oh wait, I think I got a message. Oh, there we go.
talk
there we
about
go.
creative freedom, right?
I know. Although then
Friend
again, I
request.
would have never pictured him in John Wick either as the... He should have come back. They never did hire him back. And I was like, that was a great role. His role was to be the guy basically telling guys, hey, just so you know, that John Wick guy's going to kill your whole family. Really? Oh, damn.
It's
Or
the,
did they
the
kill him
hype
in the
man.
first one? I can't remember.
Gotta
I
have
don't
hype.
think so.
Ooh, John Wick question for you guys. Have you seen the last one yet?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Do
Yeah.
you think they're going to try and make like a spin-off series, like a set of movies where it's Donnie Yen?
Oh,
They're already talking
Two-
about like Ballerina is one of them.
yes, I know about that.
Then the one with come on, the Continental, New York.
Oh shit.
Huh.
And now, but those are like, I think Ballerina's gonna be a movie, but the Continental is gonna be a miniseries, and then there was another one where I forgot which one. And I recently saw that Keanu Reeves admitted there was going to be a John Wick 5. They're filming it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it, but I don't know how to ask what I want to ask without spoiling it.
How they're gonna bring him back?
Yeah.
He might have never died and never saw him actually giving his last breath. He was just unconscious.
Oh, one of those things. It was all a dream.
I'm not really.
And to really get him out to have
Or maybe they're gonna do a prequel, kind of like they did with Rurouni Kenshin. Because like in Rurouni Kenshin, they did the thing, but at the end they did the origin story. So that'd be interesting.
that could be.
That'd be bad.
But yeah.
Actually, to be fair, John Wick, like I enjoy it and I'll watch them and I like them, but it just they kind of jumped the shark a bit with me at the end there. It got a little too fantastical. I liked it the first one how it was more grounded.
Mhm.
Second one was still there, but then by the last one I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
You must get to the end of Paris while the radio host tries to kill you. You're like, oh,
just sort of like
don't do this to me, man.
yeah, it just sort of creeps up in the kind of craziness. You gotta one up
Yeah,
each
the
other.
5th car that hits him in a row, and he's like, "Oh, this is really starting to hurt.
But I
I
love
don't know if I can
how
take many more of these."
I love how they leaned into the fact that John Wick is basically a western. Like they really leaned hard into it.
Oh yeah.
There were a lot of there was a lot of music I could tell came from like what, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. There's a lot of like references to like, way back when. Like,
Well, if you
I
look
actually
at it,
enjoy that.
it's the exact same plot as Unforgiven.
Oh, I did not know that. I haven't seen Unforgiven yet. Gotta check
Unforgi-
that out.
If you're a Western fan, I think you have to be to kind of appreciate Unforgiven, because it's kind of like what happens after the man with no name gets old.
Oh.
So it's one of those like, oh, the cowboys still got it, and then they're like, yeah, all that stuff was just made up nonsense. In reality, I killed women and children. I don't even care. Now I'm gonna kill you, and you're like, oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my favorite line at the end of Unforgiven. Like there was this sheriff, Gene Hackman, total.
Oh
badass,
shit,
but
Gene
he was
Hackman
like,
is here.
Yeah, he was like a villain. He was truly evil, but he's like, you know what? Now I'm building a house, and now I'm sheriff. I'm leaving all that behind me. And then Morgan Freeman and Eastwood were
Paris.
they were some hookers hired them to kill the guys that cut up one of their friends. So at one point, Gene Hackman kills Morgan Freeman, even though he had like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm not gonna do it. So like he gave up the life, and then he killed him. And so Clint Eastwood's like, well, I'm just gonna go up there and kill all of you. And he walks in.
Oh,
guys.
this is.
Yeah, it was like literally a room of like 15 guys.
Damn.
He walks in with a shotgun. He's like, "What are you gonna do? You can only kill one or two of us." He goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill you." that's the line. Like, no, but in one gun, the gun misfired, so we had to throw the rifle at people, start shooting out the whole thing, threatening everybody. Like 10 of them ran away, and everybody's afraid to go after him because they like treating him like it was like a really good thing.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch this. You've sold me on it, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's good. Especially if you watch like Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Fistful of Dollars, and all those, and you picture it as like, oh, that's what he's like when he got older. Like Logan totally stole Unforgiven as well.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Dude, tell me, anybody in chat, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I've never seen, or at least I don't remember Unforgiven, so I have no idea.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's basically like the old cowboy, grizzled, kind of walking into his own death or something like that.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the still, so I can see what you're talking about. What you mean?
I would put Unforgiven. Well, I mean, it's kind of a trope now. So when I say steal, I should say homage. But yeah, I just say steal. Just like a Western. What am I saying? I can't even articulate it well. But yeah, there was like the 50s Westerns, which was like American propaganda, how great we are. And then the 60s Westerns, which is like a satirical take on that. And then the 90s Westerns, which either went Tombstone, which was like a throwback to the old 50s style, or Unforgiven, which was a throwback to the old 60s style.
Well, wasn't there one from Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah, he had the Hateful
Something with
Eight,
eight.
and didn't he do a second one? There was the Hateful Eight, and
Hateful Eight, that was it.
hold on a second here. He had Hateful Eight. Maybe there was just the one. Oh yeah, Inglourious Basterds is a World War II one. But Tarantino's different. He kind of just does like, hey, all these cool movies I watched in the 70s, I'm gonna make them again. So he was trying to make, like a Good, the Bad, and the Ugly for Tarantino.
But who was then the director for the one with Jamie Foxx?
Oh, thank you, Django Unchained. Minecrafters got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one was like a serialized 50s. So that was like his. So he did both the westerns, like the 50s serialized John Wayne stuff. That was Django, and then the Unforgiven Clint Eastwood ones, and that's when he did Hateful Eight. Which it sucks about his whole foot fetish thing, because he really is good at like obscure movies that nobody's ever heard of. Like his kung fu movie stuff is pretty good too, with the Kill Bill.
I've never noticed those, but I guess maybe I don't watch enough of his movies. Or is it something that needs to be pointed out? They're like really obvious.
I think you do, only because people don't like. I'm a bit of a film nerd, and I had a lot of film nerds growing up, so they kind of immersed me in it, so I kind of see it. But most people probably don't.
It's a euphemism for saying Ryan is actually soft or artistic.
Well, it was more like me being an ugly duckling. There's a reason I learned pickup. I'm just saying. Clearly,
No,
I wasn't
you
given the
don't
natural
you.
skills. I chose Bruce Lee movies instead.
Ah,
Come
darn.
on, that.
I thought it
that-
was just the
that-
under 6 foot thing.
No, my college. I remember this. I had 6 roommates when I went to university, and one was like a comic nerd. Like he had all the Wolverine comics. All of them.
Cool.
One was the film nerd, going to film school and that. The other one was into skateboarding, so I got to learn about all like the skateboarding culture stuff, that kind of nerd. And then video game nerd. And then like the pen and paper D&D type nerd. So I had like all like the Voltron of nerds converging on me. And so I just learned it all through osmosis. I'm like Blade, like, oh, a Daywalker.
The whole fortress of virginity formed. Actually, maybe the skateboarder guy got some. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, dude. The End, Tony Hawk's The End was one of the best movies ever. Or that Owen Wilson cameo they did, and I can't remember whichever one. I loved all that stuff. All right, I'm going to go have lunch, though, and I think we're going for a bike ride, so...
All right. Getting ready for that big ride.
Oh, this one's not going to be the big one. We're just going to do a normal one. I told her, it's like, dude, I'm not doing the ride, so I'm not doing 70 kilometers. I'll do 40.
But if you really want to get over it, perhaps another trip to Amsterdam. It will help you.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Something about Amsterdam. I've never done that much. I don't know the euphemism for it. I enjoyed Amsterdam way too much, but also not enjoyed it.
Aggressive
The idea of-
cycling.
Yeah, well, just going into I know the euphemism. Going into the coffee shop all day and then going to the Van Gogh Museum was not something I thought was going to be on my bucket list.
Nah.
But didn't I tell you about that? The first time I went there, we went to my buddy, I took him there for his military retirement. And we walked into the cafe. He said, "This is the place I was at when I was 19." And we went back as like a throwback. And we ran to this girl from Montreal. And within 2 minutes of talking to her, she was already talking about like the worst fresh and fit backstory you could ever imagine. And we're like, and he's like, "You realize we could just like," and I'm like, "I know we could. I'm not gonna." And he's like, "Me neither. Let's get out of here."
It's a nope.
I was
it's
talking
not
more
even-
about the cycling culture, but whatever.
Oh, okay. The cycling culture. Okay, I thought you were talking about the other culture.
No, the cycling culture.
Oh,
because I said still having trouble with cycling, some slight trauma from your accident.
Oh no, that's not the part on this. The part on this is just I don't want to do triathlons on my bike.
Ah,
I would rather swim. I'd rather do some working out. I don't know, biking. I just don't want to bike as hard as her. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta stream. I mean, I gotta go for have lunch and that, and then we gotta get going. So,
Right on.
No, don't go.
Enjoy.
Don't eat the guacamole.
Marty, I swear to God. I swear to God. Anyways, we're sending. I sent everybody over to you.
Right on.
Keep the banter going.
Yay.
I probably won't be
You
streaming for
guys
that
can
long.
carry the conversation for a minute.
I
Fill the
sent
dead
my
air with
giant
noise.
audience.
Well,
over
if you could
to-
stream more than a
All
dead black
6 of them.
screen, maybe you would have an audience.
Or be sure to like the video, guys. That are coming in.
Like Ryan's video, yeah.
Like
Thanks.
like Ryan's video, then and like mine too.
Marty has a channel? Hang on. Marty has a channel?
I'm
Oh,
subbed. I'm
man.
subscribed to it, man.
That's right.
I'm waiting.
he-
I'm
is he
waiting
s-
for it.
no.
When is he streaming?
Never.
Nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
Hey,
I'm
mine.
subscribed to it. I'm subscribed to it. I just didn't.
What?
Story time with Marty.
hey, what I'm streaming is 90% better than most of the MineOSphere stuff anyway.
Ah,
So
absolutely.
just nothing.
I have to agree. I have to agree. I
Not
think,
hard.
I'm surprised. Did Rolos did something with Pearl last night? Something like that?
I'm not updated. I'm surprisingly not updated. I don't know why. Just never
Dang
comes
it.
across. But like, okay, tell me about that.
I didn't watch it. But I heard it was a mess.
Oh, well, it's expected to be a mess given that
Given the actors.
yeah. You know? Yeah. Bad guy, good guy versus bad guy. Who's gonna... Is there gonna be a fight? Who knows? But
No
But
one
yeah.
wants to come to Vegas. I don't know if it's better. It's probably better than Gary the Numbers Guy, though. I only watched that for a bit, and that was absolutely ridiculous. Once he started talking about how Elon Musk or something being born on the 24th, millionaires, I'm like, okay. Wait, link the chat or it didn't happen. I pretty sure you could find it on Pearly's.
What didn't happen?
What Atlasov is doubting the Rolo and Pearly did a show.
Who and Purdy?
Pearly and Things.
Yeah, I know her, but with who?
Rolo and some other guy, I guess,
Oh.
that I didn't know about. Oh, he's
Let's
a
look
guest.
it up.
He's a guest. We'll see if that debate happens. Maybe a boxing match then. Been promised boxing matches that haven't happened yet.
I'm not gonna watch like fights on Twitter or on YouTube unless I'm promised that level of entertainment. I'm not gonna watch annoying people fight on Twitter or YouTube unless I see bloody knuckles, broken bones. I need that level of entertainment to be worth it.
Oh, Alpha Sloth was talking about Marty's channel. It exists.
It exists. Yes.
I
But
confirm
that's
it.
as far as it. But that's as far as it
real.
goes. It exists.
The legend. Can't believe this is gonna take forever. These mushroom stems. This is my most entertaining stream ever. Oh crap!
Oh yeah, it's
Some lag, bad lag happening.
it's easy to find Sloth though. Just type in the name.
Relog.
He has one broadcast 2 months ago, 1 minute 17.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me listen to that video because like
No,
what
it's
sort of
nothing.
Yeah, it's just blackness.
oh
He accidentally pushed the wrong button.
okay, well
You're a content creator now. You
yeah.
can officially say he's a
Congratulations,
content creator.
dude. Congratulations, dude.
And
Got
16
your first-
subscribers. Holy fuck.
16 people will watch that? Man, how shitty does your life have to be to like... Nah, I'm subscribed. I can't wait. I really can't wait for Marty to come out with something, because he's entertaining, just the way he is.
Exactly. He's got that character.
Maury, correct me if I'm wrong, but can you be it on your own? Do you have inspiration of your own, or do you need to riff off somebody? I might be busy with work.
Yeah, something about riffing. Yeah, I'm a riffer.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like if y'all remember Johnny Carson. I'm probably like Ed McMahon. Or Conan O'Brien when he had Andy Richter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm an Andy probably. Gotta throw in a little jab and a little funny joke here or there.
My boat.
So Maury would be better as a co-host than his own thing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I could do it if I wanted to. I'll do anything I want to if I wanted.
The hell happened to my boat?
You don't know unless you try, right? But you're busy enough, man, as it is, so all in good time.
This server will lag. I think it's like if someone's close to. I think if someone's close to. Tom's item sorter, just like automatically lags the server down.
Oh, really? The minute you get close to it, that shit happens?
I just think if someone's close to that area.
Oh, okay.
But I could be wrong. It could be something else. It's just weird when you're traveling another and like everything just starts disappearing.
Hang on.
Anyways, have a nice Friday, guys. Enjoy your weekends.
All right. See you later, man.
See ya.
Enjoy the biking. Oh, new chunk. Oh, you're exploring new chunks. I see.
Who was exploring new chunks?
Minecrafter.
Oh, that's why. Because that will render the shit. Yeah.
Usually lags at the server as it has to render everything. Gotta collect more mushroom stems, but I'm gonna head out. It's time for me to call it a day. Thanks for joining me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and we'll see you on Sunday. I'll be back. Bye now.
See ya.